We're live.
Somebody want to do the?
I don't know. I don't even know the
crap.
song. Professional guy, folks. We're professionals, ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of like how the suit start. Shit.
Yeah, shit.
As we all know, it's a new year, ladies and gentlemen. Three Black Geeks, and we're all on point. Don't worry, we all synchronized. Everything was all right. Everything's all right.
Synchronized watches.
And we all going to the shadow of Moses. That's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Metal Gear Solid time.
One of the things that we have been hyping up for the last 2.5 years, probably. I don't know how long. We've just been talking about Metal Gear for almost a whole year. And we're finally here. As you see, it's me, D, Negro Snake. Right beside me is Chris, Liquid Negro Snake. And underneath me is the big one of them all. the reticulated python.
The big boss naked Negro
Big boss naked Negro Snake. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like this is false advertisement because he's not naked. So ergo, why are you calling yourself naked, Negro Snake?
Think about it. He calls himself naked Snake because you go into the mission completely naked. Weapons, food, everything is procured OSP.
But we're not talking about Metal Gear Solid 3. We're talking about Metal Gear Solid 1. We're going to stick to that. We're going to try to keep avoiding from talking about the other games as we talk about Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, we can only promise so much on that. But because I only say it because no, we're not getting into the plot line of 2. There's going to be several things that we're going to hit. And we're going to no,
that.
No. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be
I will say this. We as older millennials, we hung, I had a lot of older cousins that were more so on the younger side of the Gen X spectrum before it got into the millennium. And us millennials, I could say this, a majority of us never played Metal Gear 1 and 2. I think we have to be honest with ourselves. I didn't touch those games until I hit high school.
People lied. People lied about that.
Now,
no, you did it.
My older cousins, they played Metal Gear 1 and 2. So that was my only entry point to knowing about Metal. Like, I knew Metal Gear Solid was a sequel to Metal Gear 1 and 2, but I knew of Metal Gear 1 and 2, but I just never played it because you're a kid. You play Mario, you play Sonic and all that stuff.
Pause. First of all, anyone who said that they played Metal Gear 1 and 2 on the NES already lied to you. Those games don't exist. They are not the same Metal Gear as the ones that came out on the MSX computer in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
None of us played Metal Gear until Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah. So
where it came bundled with the first 2 games.
But I knew about those games.
Here's a fun thing about that. My cousins, my cousins, they knew of that game existing. But it was like, I don't remember being no sneaking and all the rest of that. And that's because they knew about Snake's Revenge. Mm-hmm. Now, that was available in America. They knew about that, and that they were right about. And they was totally right about it because I played it. No, that thing is a whole different other game. It's
a completely different game. And hell, even in the first one, Metal Gear isn't even in it.
But the thing of it is, too, is the fact that thankfully, you had Nintendo Power, GamePro Magazine, and EGM. You were aware of Metal Gear 1 and 2 and then Snake's Revenge. You were aware of those games because those magazines covered those games, even if some of them weren't available in the US, because that's how great those magazines were in informing folks.
I hated when they did that because they did it. They put the Japanese text up there. Oh, only available. Like, fuck you. You ain't gonna show it to me. You're like is that Kevin Garnett joke? Why are you gonna show me something I can't fucking have?
Yeah, exactly. So 1996. Back when E3 was worth a fucking damn. We got.
It's always been the same. E3 always been the E3.
But here's the thing. You
still new.
It just got bigger.
E3 was still new.
But think about it. 96, 97, 98. But think about it. That was during the time period where our only news was message boards and the magazines, which after E3, you only get, like, you had to wait till the next month for GamePro magazines or tips and tricks to show what happened at E3 previously, unless you were on the message boards or whatever, and they were talking about it and stuff. Cause I think for us, Eric, were you on Neo Geo boards at the time in 96, 97?
Yeah. God, Neo Geo boards in
96,
96, 97? Hell no.
Hell,
So
I'm
98.
like,
So both of us jumped on in 98, basically.
Like 98, 99.
Yeah,
But
'cause
I'll be honest, my very first exposure to Metal Gear Solid was a commercial.
Okay. Yeah, because I was on the GamePro message boards back in 96 after E3. I didn't have I had like the actual login and shit, but that was like my entry point into getting news about E3 at the time. But like the second thing for me though was the PlayStation Underground. They had the Metal Gear Solid demo on it. And that was my
too.
entry.
That
Yeah.
and that
And-
was everybody, man. Me, that was the first time I played it, and I remember saying, "Hey, it looks like an old cool game," and all the rest of that. And I remember even in that demo, and do y'all remember? Even in that demo, there was fucking secrets and shit like that. Yeah, there was little Easter eggs in that little fucking demo of that, man. And I remember seeing that, and that's the thing that got me on. But I remember that commercial, seeing Snake jump from that explosion.
I mean, and I
Only
think
from Konami or something like that. I think it is what he said or something like that.
And I think even back then, like you remember the commercials for this was the candidate, doing the whole, practicing, passing all the tests and stuff from Metal Gear Solid and all that shit.
Yeah.
Shit
Now it's
ever.
coming back to me.
But really, it was the one commercial that stuck out to me. And this is kind of the start of how you knew Kojima was the guy that loved movies. The commercial for the game after it came out, where it was like EGM gives it a 10 out of 10, and it was all the cutscenes from different parts of the game. And I think that's when it really hit a lot of mainstream folks that never touched video games. Like, hold on, what is this game?
And I think it's, you know what, Metal Gear Solid was such a big game. I know people that hate this game because of this game. Because everybody played this game. Oh, it was too hard for me. It was confusing. But everybody played it because when it got hot, it got super hot. And everybody wanted it, and it was the beginning of a trend in video games, y'all.
Like, I'll show this real quick.
A trend, it began the trend of movies. Just movie watching.
This is the commercial I remember. This is the one that had everybody like, what the fuck? Holy shit, what is this?
The critics agree. An absolute
masterpiece.
Games just don't look any better than this.
Games just
don't look any better than this.
PlayStation. Metal Gear Solid by Konami.
And I gotta say, like, that was to Kojima's credit, and it's been like that through Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, Peace Walk, and all that stuff. He pushed the PlayStation to its brink every time. And with the PlayStation 1, like, we laugh at the most spontaneous graphics, but for that time, it was like, oh shit, like, yo.
It was responsive. People actually gave a credit. It was new. Remember, this was also during that time where Final Fantasy got really big.
Final Fantasy 7 and 8.
Oh my god!
8 has real people now instead of giant head people and shit.
Well, 7 was in a weird place where they had realistic
cutscenes and shit.
Not just realistic cutscenes, but I'm talking about the models. They had like realistic looking models. Then it goes into that blocky model. Then the realistic blocky model.
Looking at you, the scene where they run away from Shinro on the bike, and I'm like, why is it blocky here? But it looks, what is going on here?
No. The best, Chris, the best one though. The best, no, Chris, the best one. Freaking Cloud falling from.
I know what scene it is.
Falling and crashing through the church. Blocky arm, Cloud. Like, no, seriously, you're looking at him holding on to the.
It's this theirs.
But they're pointed, so it's like he's doing
like this. It's like
there goes one hand. Tifa tries to grab him. Whoop! He's gone.
So Metal Gear Solid comes out, and it's like realistic people within the brink of what you can do for PlayStation. Snake looks like a person. Everybody looks like people. Yeah, for the most part and stuff. But even going down to the vehicles look like vehicles. That's a fucking tank. That's a fucking truck. This is a car. It's like, yo, okay.
Guns look like guns.
Yeah, guns look like guns. I was
For the most part. For the most part. But yeah.
Look, this is the game that I was introduced to the famous the famous
what, the SOCOM pistol?
The SOCOM pistol and the famous assault rifle.
The FAMAS
assault rifle. I never heard of it. And bear in mind too, all three of us have seen action movies, but we never gave two shits about what the name of the fucking guns were. We were just
some people did. Now that's false. Some people do. We just did.
Okay.
You know,
I'm just saying we didn't, but other people did.
My cousin, I knew this motherfucker was a fucking arsonist. My cousin,
school shooter.
This nigga used to, he like, yeah, man, that's a Smith & Wesson, whatever, that's a Springfield, whatever, and all the rest of that shit. He won't know that. And for some people, when that buzzed in the game, I remember him hearing that, he was like, yo, he loved that shit.
You know how they tried to change Snake's firearms in later games. Like the FAMAS is like famous for this game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you almost never see it come back in other games, because if you're trying to associate it with Snake, who's American for the most part, he's running around with a French-made assault rifle.
Yeah, I mean,
so they just stuck the SOCOM with him.
Now, here's the thing: Metal Gear Solid takes place, and this is alternate history. So the Cold War is still going on into 1990s.
I'm sorry. That's a good one.
What?
That's a good one right there.
Muggsy Bogues Cloud, yes.
That's a good one. All right, anyway.
It's what if the Cold War continued into the 90s, and that's essentially the Metal Gear Solid takes place. And
you can say that the Cold War in many ways did leak all the way until probably the early 2000s. The best, actually, be honest with you, you could probably still does, because there's still a big ass civil war going on in the middle of Africa that kind of started after the fall of the Berlin Wall. So you could, So
what you're saying is Master Miller is there with one arm and one leg with a stilt.
What I can tell you is that Big Boss has been eating out there. Like real talk. That is the truth, though. It is the truth. Like civil wars and all the rest of that. And that's the one interesting thing that stuck with the whole Metal Gear thing. Just real talk. We can drop it. We know the whole the timeline. So yeah, basically what happened at this point, Big Boss is dead.
So we're told.
A special unit called Foxhound is taking over a remote Alaska base called Shadow Moses that is also a nuclear disposal facility, and they basically tell the United States, hey, if we don't get the remains of Big Boss and $1 billion in 24 hours, we're gonna have to start some nuclear war here.
And of course, it's like, how you going to do?
We're gonna launch a nuke.
Yeah, we're gonna launch a nuke.
Oh, you're gonna launch a nuke from there. What you got? They got a secret weapon. What they got over there? They got a secret weapon.
What's
the secret weapon? What's the secret weapon? You just a soldier. Shut the fuck up. Okay. You don't need to know what's over there. Just kill him. But anyway. But he does know, but Snake is informed, which, by the way, brava Kojima, but fuck you for this. You don't get to access what happened to Snake before he went out to Shadow Moses. Now, is it after you beat the game? Yeah, that cutscene is after you beat the game, or like before you get in the game?
It's before. That cutscene actually takes place in the beginning.
No. I know it does. I'm just saying you don't get access to that until like after it, or what? I forget, after you beat the game or something like that. I forgot, man. I don't know. Whatever.
I remember it being in the options menu.
I remember being in the options menu
because I think the reason, and there's a reason why I believe they put that there. They put that there because if I were to understand Kojima, 1998 Kojima, he didn't want to make the intro too long.
Of course. Even though,
because think about it, that was a whole lot of dialogue between that point and then the very second that Snake comes out of the water.
Hey, I want y'all to remember that he didn't want to make the first cutscene too long. Okay, remember that when we get to 4. All right. So
Yeah.
so,
But the main players that we have our protagonist, Solid Snake, who legendary infiltrator, the one that killed Big Boss's decoy and also Big Boss in the second game.
wait a minute, he
Well,
killed Big Boss's decoy.
Mm-hmm.
Help me, guys.
something that was punished with Venom, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that another time.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We got Colonel Roy Campbell, who is his former commander officer.
Who is not a colonel in this exercise, by the way, but
Yes,
continue.
Yeah.
No,
We have
no, not Black Ops.
we have medical officer Naomi Hunter.
Don't worry, guys. We can trust her. Her
She's
files are okay.
She's a scientist and a civilian.
And she's a Sagittarius, so we can kind of trust her.
There you go.
But let's continue.
We got Master Miller, who is a former drill instructor and survival coach.
Now you know what? I know what a lot of you are asking. Why did you put him a part of this mission? Snake trusts him and all that. We ain't been to his house yet, but Snake trusts him though.
No. I got you, D. I got you. Miller, what are you doing here? Producer's a friend of mine. He just gave me a ride over here.
By the way, fuck all of y'all that defend Space Jam, but just scoot past that. Anyway, that's one of the best lines in the movie, but it pisses me off so much as a grown man.
Actually, the best line of Space Jam is, what kind of camera is that?
Stop pointing at me.
Stop pointing at me.
No, the best
You
line,
legit stand there staring at the freaking hole, and you go, and then you just look over after a few seconds and go, "What kind of camera is that? Would you not point that at me, please, and close the damn lens cap and then yeet it?"
Oh man, that's prime dickhead Bill Murray right there. Yo.
And then rounding it out,
actually punched Wayne Knight after that scene was over.
and rounding it out, we have Mei Ling, who is the radar system specialist and is also in charge of the mission data for the game.
And amazingly, I am the only stereotype in this whole game.
Hold on, it depends. If you play the original, yes, super thick accent, or you play Twin Snakes where they changed their voice.
Well, it's
listen to her. I heard
Twin
it a long time ago. Don't remember it though.
Twin Snakes matches how she is in 4.
Yes, it does.
Which is better.
Which I think they did get the voice actors from Twin Snakes 4, right?
Yeah,
it's the same one, right? Yeah,
I believe it's the same one.
Now, real talk. This is just D. Who said it was racist?
I didn't say racist. I just said she had a thick accent.
I just like how everybody was like, "Yeah, we gotta cut that out. It's a little bit."
I gotta be honest with you. Even
wait a minute. There's plenty of. We understood her. It wasn't like she was like, "Oh, I saw it," shit like that.
Here's the thing. Even me as a 9th grader, very anime-esque. All right,
I'm with him.
Just saying.
I'm with him.
Just saying. We were all weebs in '98. Just saying.
We're also we're forgetting one other person. This is who rounds it out. The person who provides item and weapons tips, and that is one Natasha Romanenko.
Yeah,
that just sounds like
in Soviet Russia.
That sounds like a woman that smokes cigarettes. Blowjobs are okay, not the best, but they're okay.
And I'm mad because she only pops up in the bonus for Metal Gear 2, but
yeah. What is it? What happens in Metal Gear 2?
That was AI. That was AI. That was AI. Just like in Metal Gear 2. I think if you do it at the right time at a certain area where you go to save the game, Mei Ling pops up asking you, "Do you want to save the game?"
Yeah. Now. Cool. We have the.
I didn't know that. I got Mei Ling, but I never got Nastasha.
Yeah,
that's the main crew. Now, if you want to talk to supporting cast members that helps out Snake, we got one Meryl Silverberg, who we find out is Colonel Campbell's niece and is actually a rookie soldier who was stationed on Shadow Moses but didn't join in on the revolt.
Man, yeah, man. It's a weird setup, man.
See,
don't be even weirder though, man. If she somehow happened to be the colonel's daughter, that'd be dumber. That'd be dumber.
This is something that I really wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see a movie or a mini series describing the events that led up to the revolt of Shadow Moses.
No bullshit. because that sounds like a really interesting thing. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, okay, just go with it. Just go with it. Because if y'all know the plot, y'all know the plot. We're not about to hold y'all hand through this shit.
Yeah.
But let's just go with this. Let's just go with the fact that the Patriots did make sure that Merrill was there when that whole thing went down, so the Colonel could be on it, so he make sure that Snake could be there, yada 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 bullshit, yeah. Besides all that, you know what would be cool? To see Liquid just oh God. Revolver Ocelot walk in the room, sing and go, nigga, I know you. Pow!
First off, Revolver Ocelot, aka laughs in flipping ocelots. I gotta be honest with you, but we ain't get to that yet. We're not gonna get to them yet. Yeah, we're gonna get to them yet. But we got
walks. No, hold on. He laughs. No, laughs in spurs, spinning spurs.
No. Laughs in
smiles and leave Van Cleef.
Nah. Laughs in I'm your Huckleberry. All right.
Yeah, no bullshit. Yeah.
We got Dr. Hal. Who knew
shoots in spaghetti western.
Who knew when your origins is meow and you turn to that? I mean, I'm just saying, like this, you come a long way.
You come a very long way.
The fuck is a meow?
Well, he is an ocelot.
First off, y'all.
He is an ocelot. So
I know, but still.
Second of all, that crap right there. If Hideo didn't put that in there, this wouldn't be Metal Gear. There are certain things that happens in this game where it's just so stupid, or it's just so.
Also, let me hold on.
Hideo's a genius.
No, think about it. No,
it's
hold
the
on.
Kanye effect.
No,
Kanye
gentlemen. Really think about this. The whole ocelot meowing thing. There's something to it, and I get where Hideo was coming from. Because think about this. Imagine this. You're the enemy. The last thing that you hear before a bullet goes into your freaking forehead is this motherfucker meowing at you.
True.
Like, what the fuck?
That's some scary shit.
But hold on. So
that's like hearing. Hold on. That's like hearing Basil Geese's roar in Monster Hunter. You hear that shit, and all you do is look up because you know damn well this motherfucker's gonna be dropping bombs.
So we got Dr. Hal Emmerich, who was the lead developer of the Metal Gear Rex, and he is a consistent guy that pisses his pants multiple times over. Don't know what to say about that.
How did you like him?
Why you gonna bring up his? Why you gonna bring up his urinary tract problem that he had, man? Why you gonna bring that up?
How did you like him appearing as an employee of Arms Tech? And the Metal Gear project was a collaboration between Arms Tech and Rivermore Labs.
Help me, women. Rivermore Labs.
Yeah, Rivermore. It was a collaboration between the two.
What's River? No, what was Rivermore?
It was one of the companies that not necessarily headed the project, but they were one of the companies that basically facilitated the construction of Metal Gear.
Oh, yeah.
It was a collaboration between
it was a collaborative effort. And you were just so happened the one scientist who just so happens to be the self-insert of Hideo Kojima. If y'all don't know that, then now you know it. That's Hideo Kojima that you're looking at. That's not Hal Emmerich. That is Hideo Francis Kojima that you are seeing in front of you, okay?
And then rounding out is the mysterious cyborg ninja, who we found out is Gray Fox, aka Frank Yeager, aka Naomi's brother,
aka Null.
It's Naomi's brother, right?
Yeah,
Naomi's brother. Who Snake saved in the first game, killed him in the second game when he aligned with Big Boss, and he got left for dead.
Hey,
you know what?
Hey, different sets, nigga.
Hold on, you know what? Otacon? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In another universe, Hal Emmerich created the Epion.
Look, put Hal Emmerich in the Gundam universe. He's working for Anaheim, and he's doing this constantly.
First of all,
why must my machines kill? Because you said yes to the gun program.
No, D. He doesn't. No. First of all, Hal would be the founder of Anaheim. He created Anaheim.
Now, I will get this out the way right now. Hal Emmerich is actually one of the best people in this game. And real talk, Hal and Snake are the perfect anime couple. They are husband and husband. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. They are the best anime couple that has ever lived. And Hideo Kojima gave us the honor of giving them a daughter in the fourth one. I love them for that. So
my two dads.
The greatest.
they're the greatest gay couple ever.
The greatest bromance you will ever watch. I mean,
just by far.
Bros for life.
He smokes cigarettes. He pisses his pants. Buddies to the end.
One knows how to build a weaponized machine, and the other destroys it.
When we put them together, derp.
One guy bangs out hot girls way out of his orbit, and the other one can't have kids. Well.
No, but so we have as we say, the good guys. Now on to the antagonist.
Ooh, yes.
Leading the terrorist organization Foxhound. Sounds like such a G.I. Joe fucking group.
Doesn't it, young? That's the reason why I liked it when I was a kid. Foxhound. Hold on. For D, because in D, and for anybody else who played the demo and you showing your age if you did, Foxhound.
I gotta say for the record, Eris, if we put a Foxhound shirt on some fucking jarhead out here, somebody would actually think that Foxhound's a legit fucking.
Okay, hold on. No,
dead ass.
No, Chris. You remember? Don't you remember the first, like the day that I bought this? You were with me when I bought the shirt. We went to a party. I was wearing this. Somebody thought I was in the Special Forces.
Dude, that Foxhound logo looks like it's a Special Forces logo. I'm surprised the U.S. military didn't call it that shit.
It's the Fox that does it, though.
Bro,
it's the Fox. Stand up, Eris. It's actually the Fox that does
the
it.
knife in his mouth. I'm like, bro.
That is so 80s.
Hold on. It's the fact that it says Metal Gear Solid 4 on it. It's a dead giveaway.
They ain't seen that shit. They seen the army green. They seen that yellow. They go, oh God, thank you for your nigga. That's a video game. Fuck you.
No. You get somebody be like, look, I had a Diamond.
I was a grenade.
No, y'all gonna laugh. I had that Diamond Dogs fucking Letterman jacket on. Somebody actually thought that I was a fucking fraternity, and I was like, no, I didn't pledge. What the hell are you talking about? Like, you want me to start stepping like
no, right there. Like, yeah, dude, brother, not like, whoa. He's like, you don't know that? Like, he's like, man, you ain't a part of that. You turn to me, D, whoa. He ain't set. Bye, nigga. You ain't the dogs, nigga.
No. See, what I would have done just to get out of that situation, I would have pulled out the time passing cigar.
It's like.
Break. I don't know where you get a pillow that's a sun and you have it go up.
I pull out the iDroid. I'm like, all right, make time go by right now.
So leader of Foxhound is one Liquid Snake, who is basically the genetic counterpart to Solid Snake. They're basically twins in a way.
Twins, brother.
Twins. These are basically the sons of Big Boss next to one Solidus, which we'll talk about in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Big Boss will say, chill on that word son.
The les enfants terribles.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
The embarrassment of the 1970s.
You got Revolver Ocelot, who is
anyway. Go ahead.
Revolver Ocelot, who we find out at 3, he wasn't Russian, was he?
He's Russian American.
Who in this game he basically weapon of choice is the Cult Single Action Army, and he's definitely in the Kojima spirit of villains. Just loves fucking over the top.
Like, look, Revolver Ocelot, and I will say this: Revolver Ocelot gets real cool in the third, like in the second one, it gets kind of corny with him because he's kind of over the top. The third one is like he's cool, but he's young. The fourth one, He is one of the greatest anime villains of all time. He is so over the top in 4. He's the only reason why you keep playing. But
you got
let's just and throwing that out the way for all y'all don't know. He's a part of the Layla Lu Laylo. All right, let's just get it out the way. He's a Patriot spy.
We'll keep a pin in that as we keep going through.
We'll keep a pin in that, and we'll keep going back to that. He's a spy.
We have Sniper Wolf, who is basically a supernatural sniper. She can kind of basically what it is
gun is so blessed.
What it is we find
in
out
the middle of Alaska.
We find out that the only reason why she is quote unquote superstitious is that she can smell where you're at. That's how she's able to track you, which I'm like, so you're not really supernatural, so false advertisement off rip.
Second of all, we know what downwind is, Heifer.
Yeah, exactly. It's just downwind, like,
no.
Bring it down.
Stop everything. See, first of all, one of the greatest things about the other members of Foxhound, a lot of drugs.
You gotta take diazepam in order to fight the bitch.
There is a lot of drugs.
Hideo Kojima, being the fucking weed head that he is, he has always made sure to let everybody know all throughout the Metal Gear series, drugs. And I know what a lot of people say, man, Big Boss wasn't smoking a blunt while he was waiting out there. Yeah, that was a blunt. Like, Hideo has always made it sure. Yeah, all that was drugs. Drugs. Yep, that's the only reason why he had that power. Drugs. Yep. That's toxic waste for it's toxic waste for Kojima. It does anything but true in the sense of Wolf, yes.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Wolf. See, with her, she kept taking diazepam like that entire time that she was there. You see a cutscene of her taking it. Yeah. You wonder why she's able to sit still, hold that sniper rifle, and wait for her freaking prey for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
She out there. What's your boy from Wolf of Wall Street?
Quaaludes and shit.
Oh, he's Donnie.
He out there like, this fucker's coming out here and he tell you, I ain't slept in 3 fucking days, man. I'm good. Like I take that, like. So you just taking the ass, man? I ain't taking the ass. What's you doing? Is that cocaine? It's coke. Shut the fuck up.
See.
Look what don't know I'm doing this shit.
This is Kojima and them.
I can look. What? You just think I can stand out here in the cold and not be high? Nah.
Kojima,
like full titties out.
Kojima and them in the writers' room when they did this game.
Yes. So much yes.
That's the exact face.
First of all,
that's the exact face that Kojima's that's Kojima's partner, the dude that actually wrote the game.
First of all, that is Kojima, is Kojima and his writer watching Escape from New York in the writing room.
Oh, Erish, go to hell. You wrong. Go to hell.
I'm not wrong, and you know I'm not wrong.
Hey, Chris, take it out record. Take it out. I got it for you. Because you know what, Erish, you're right. Because you said Escape from New York, right?
Yes.
He was like, hey, like hit there like this. Hey, yo, you see that part where you scaling down that bitch? What if we do that with Snake? Nigga. Yeah. Right?
Next up on the
come on. The 2 communication towers, was that not a representation of Alaska's World Trade Center?
All of it. Yeah, you're right because you're right. Yeah, you definitely
next up on the block we got Vulcan Raven, who is giant and shaman.
Okay. I want to say something about this. When Colonel Campbell gives the whole dossier on everybody that you're going to be taking on at Foxhound. You're going into Shadow Moses. You're going to be taking on the Genome Soldiers. You got Revolver Ocelot. Perfectly described. Like Sniper Wolf. Perfectly described. Decoy Octopus, who we'll get to in a minute. Hold on, who you technically don't even encounter as a boss fight. Perfectly described.
Mm-hmm.
We get to Vulcan Raven, and of all things that you use to describe him, Giant and Shaman.
He is a Native American, a Samoan nigga. That's a
Giant and Shaman.
Racist.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it one more time.
First off, Campbell.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
Racist.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Giant and Shaman.
Just say I'm a big ass Alaskan, bruh.
No.
Don't even try to.
You could have said. Hold on. No. You could have just simply said Vulcan Raven, who has this unnatural ability to communicate with ravens on the battlefield. Who can use ravens to his advantage on the battlefield. A medium with ravens.
Yeah, apparently the ravens ate him after you kill him, which is like what the fuck?
Yeah, that was pure Kojima.
Yeah.
But Giant and Shaman, like, look at this. Like this is where, like, come on, like.
Hey, no. Here's the thing. You see that big ass.
This man has a barrel full of bullets.
See that jet engine that he got on his back? What?
My man makes Heavy Duty from G.I. Joe blush seeing this shit.
Nigga, your back.
And my man is doing the 4-5 in that shit during the boss fight. So what the fuck? Like, the hell? But not to be outdone. Not to be outdone, because this is the boss. This is the character that really, to this day, has everybody jerking themselves off in excitement, which I get. We got one Psycho Mantis, who is a psychic and a psychokinesis expert.
Psycho Mantis is one of the most overrated bosses in all of Metal Gear, and he gets brought up for zero reason.
Because he can
especially in 4. We'll get to that.
So in 1, the big gimmick of this game was when you fight Psycho Mantis, because he's a psychic, he can predict your moves, which the first half of the boss fight, you try to punch him or shoot him, he's dodging the shit. You're like, what the fuck? Which frustrates you, right?
By the way, if you got the DualShock controller, he'll tell you to put it on the floor and he'll move it. He'll try to jerk it to the left and jerk it to the right.
Yeah. So the first time the screen,
do you know that I had a Mad Catz controller that was clear, and I finally broke the code of how he did it. There's a heavy side and there's a weak side to the DualShock at the times. There's a bigger hammer on this side and there's a smaller hammer. So when you try to go left, whoa, and that's how it would go like that. I was like, I know how you did that shit. This game's getting old.
So what you end up finding out,
I beat Metal Gear like 80 times.
So what you find out during the game is, like, during the boss fight, the screen will cut to black, and you're like, what the fuck? Because at first, when it happens, when you play it the first time, you're thinking, did I get a defective disc? The fuck is this shit?
It just says Hideo 2.
Hideo 2, so you don't think of it, right? And then the second time it goes out, the game tells you, hey, switch that shit to the second port. And all of a sudden, oh shit, you can, like, okay, fuck. Like,
that was like probably the coolest thing that they thought of at the time. Where Roy Campbell will get on the freaking he'll get on the call, he'll call you on the codec and he'll tell you, oh shit, use the second player controller port.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, no, here's where, and this is where Psycho Mantis's powers get called into question. Because you're supposed to be a psychic, you're supposed to be able to see everyone's past, present, and future, right? For some reason, you putting the controller into player 2, you couldn't see the future.
No, he couldn't. That was the thing. Like, he thought that he could see the future, but in reality, he couldn't. It was precog. It was kind of like a precog thing where I thought I could see one future, but you didn't really see it all happening, kind of thing. So
like that.
So he's like Doctor Strange, but he can only see one future.
No, Doctor Strange saw 15 bajillion.
No. I'm saying he's like Doctor Strange, but can only see.
Yeah.
I won't even say that. I think he's more just like you say, he's like a precog. It's not really a future.
It's more so. What's the call me now for your free tarot reading? That chick.
Wait.
Or on some That's So Raven shit.
No,
That's So Raven can actually see a fucking future.
That was actually the future. She actually.
No, I'm talking about the chick that call me now for your tarot reading.
Cleo.
Cleo,
yeah,
that's Cleo wasn't a real psychic though.
That's Psycho Mantis. He's Miss Cleo.
Ooh,
he's the Miss Cleo.
But at least he knew. I don't know.
But his,
Whatever.
but I gotta no think about it.
This
But
Cleo couldn't float.
at least his psychic powers does
This
give
Cleo
him
couldn't float.
hold on. At least his psychic abilities gives him the power to move bookshelves, have spinning statue busts and shit.
Hate to bust your bubbles. Well, you know what? Out of everybody there, he's probably the only one that didn't have nanomachines to explain his fucking powers. So you'd probably be right on that.
And
one.
he was also one of the few who didn't die from Fox Die because the man. This is actually pretty pertinent to today's times. He didn't die from a virus because he wore a mask.
He got a bullet popped in his fucking damn chest multiple times and just died.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
This motherfucker good. I know that. He ain't this shit, nigga. This way.
No, but I laugh at that. I laugh at that because even I think it was either Ocelot or Liquid that said it. Like Mantis didn't die from Fox Die either probably because he wore a mask.
He got riddled with bullets. That's what
because of a mask. You do realize that he was riddled with bullets when we found him, Ocelot. I think we know what killed him. His name is Solid Snake. Real name David McGillicuddy.
I have a feeling there's
last name there. Anyway, go ahead.
like a deleted scene of Psycho Mantis doing fucking party tricks with the rest of Foxhound with cards. What is your card, Vulcan Raven?
I do not want to play this game, skinny man. Is it the 8 of clubs? Hold on. Is it the 8 of clubs? Yes! Yes, it is!
Can we please do the ear pull game? I'm trying to get right for the Olympics.
Fucking Revolver is just like the fuck.
I'm going to have so much tail when I get back to the village. You still live in a village?
Yes, I do.
I live amongst the crows and the ravens. Like, look, dog, look. Look, man, look, I got a girlfriend down in Anchorage, nigga. You know, we kick it every now and then. By the way, did you know that there are black people in Alaska and Fairbanks? Fairbanks, Juneau, and Anchorage. Crips and Bloods. These niggas hate each other. It is real out there. These niggas is killing each other. It is real gangster shit. And you know what I gotta say? Good luck. Good luck. Alaska's real.
Hey, my dad's cousin lives in Alaska. He's one of 20 black people in Alaska. So yeah.
No. It's so funny. Somebody put this up on Twitter. Somebody's like, is there any black people in Alaska? All these tweets from Alaska, all these black people tweet from Alaska. They showing these niggas fighting, these girls outside of the club fighting in the snow. Here's me, Eris. So niggas are just everywhere, huh? There's not really a corner of the world you can go to. Somebody going,
So rounding out Foxhound, we have Decoy Octopus, which, as Sue pointed out, well, my bad, I don't know why I'm not using your government name. Big Boss Negro Snake and Negro Snake here sat there and emphasized we don't get a boss fight with Decoy Octopus. What we found out is
they took his face.
Oh, my man masqueraded as a black man and caught diabetes from snakes.
Chris,
diabetes in the form of fox dye.
No, Chris, he's black. It's sickle cell anemia.
He caught sickle cell.
Look, Chris, he's a black man. It's sickle cell anemia, or the cops came in and shot him.
Can we not associate it with black diseases real quick? Can we just say that? Can we just honestly say that
Decoy black diseases?
Because that's what we correlate this shit.
No.
Now hold on. Can we just say
as a black man? All right, you can't just do that and not.
You can't act like a nigga. See, you can't act like a nigga from Chicago and just
no. Can we just say that his fuck around level was that of an 8 when he was trying to get this information out of Snake, right? And he found out. He fucked around and found out. Through Fox.
I just like how the Fox I had it programmed in there. Right before any of that went down, they asked Ocelot, so what should we do about Decoy Octopus? When we should get him? Well, if he gets a little bit too much information, just kill him off. It will make more sense in the end, trust me.
Can I also point out something, gentlemen? The very first time that you meet the DARPA chief, which, by the way, who was actually
And let's
another
swing
member.
real
wait,
quick, and let's swing through that and go through the story from here. Yeah,
hold on. That part of it, now, the first time you meet the DARPA chief, and who, by the way, is also a card carrying member of the Lolly Lule Low.
Yes, he is.
He, when you meet up with him, and you know that he almost gives it away that he's not the DARPA chief.
What was the part where it was a question he asked right before he had a heart attack?
There you go. That was it. That was it. What was the last?
So do they plan to give it to the terrorist demands?
It wasn't even
That's
that.
not my problem, dog. What are you talking about?
No, it
what about the Pentagon? What about the Pentagon?
That right there. That right there.
The Pentagon.
The last. If you think about it, really think about that for a second. Dude almost let it slip that he was one of Foxhound, because when he asked that question, what about the Pentagon? You notice that throughout the entire beginning of this game, right up until that point, there's been no mention of the Pentagon whatsoever.
None.
Yeah, even Roy Campbell, even Roy Campbell sat there and said, "This is a clandestine mission. The government don't know shit about this."
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows nothing about
Black Ops, dog. Nobody knows you. Like,
I think the
you
most
died,
they know
nobody know you're gonna be over there.
The most the government knows is they sent some F-16s to go up there, and Nicholas Snake rolling his hind D and was like, "Yeah, let me go ahead and take care of some business right quick."
Like, that was it. But that's what almost gave it away. But in the middle of all that confusion, where, like you said, he dies from black man disease.
Look. This is a white man, a white ass man, and he masquerades as a black man.
Man, this is what happens when Christopher Walken. This is what happens when Christopher Walken tries to hop inside the body of George Wallace. This is what happens.
It's like, and it's a really interesting way of how Decoy Octopus masquerades himself as another person. He doesn't just do the Lupin shit where he's got on a fucking face mask and that's that. No, this guy actually drains the blood of the person that they're going to disguise themselves as. That's why he's called Master of Disguise.
You know why he's doing that? You know he's doing that. Liquid's looking at him like, what is it, man? Tuberculosis, hepatitis, AIDS. I can keep going on. Why do you do this?
It kind of reminds me of what's the name of that DC Comics character that can masquerade as other people? He was an Arrow and he had his own show. Because in one of the later seasons, he masqueraded as Ollie to keep everybody off that he was actually Arrow or some shit. But like, that's what Decoy Octopus is basically him.
Who it is? I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's basically, I forgot his name, but he's basically like him, minus the dude in DC Comics don't drain the blood of his fucking victims.
The goddamn blood. That just sounds like a disease waiting to happen to me, though, man.
It's like, ew.
Hepatitis. A part of me thinks that the DARPA chief had the fox die in him the whole time.
Man,
he just took it from him.
But
set himself up.
Which I thought was pretty funny, because when the DARPA chief, when he was in the interrogation room and Ocelot recognized him, hell, they actually recognized each other. Mm-hmm. Ocelot intentionally kills him.
Hey, what's going on, man? No time, no see. Hey,
boy, because here's the thing. If you are Ocelot, I think I know what happened. It's like I'll take care of him, Liquid, and Liquid left, right? He took his left, like, nigga, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Shh, shut the fuck up. It's all good. We got it under control, right? We got it under control. Oh shit, he coming back. I'm fake like I'm killing you. Oh shit. Oh damn. I killed him. Oh man, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, man, look, go outside. It's stinking here. He leave. Yeah, I done killed his ass. Yeah. Nah, we still gonna do it though, man.
It's like that takes care of.
All right. I love you too, man. All right, bye.
So that takes care of Siget, and as well as paramedic.
So that's it for our characters. Now the game itself.
Should I let in this guy? What is his name? Johnny Sasaki. Let him in.
Now here's the thing. we're gonna be all over the place, but I'm gonna say this: the big twist of this game.
Is that Han D should have got shot down way earlier, but we ain't.
Well, to Darius's point, it's two F-16, so a high D will definitely take it down. But now F-22 Raptors, what is taking down two F-22?
It's like, what's taking that down?
What's taking that down now? Really? You gotta ask.
Hold on. All right.
Metal Gear Solid in 2023.
A high D ain't doing shit to them fucking F-22 Raptors.
Nah, man. I'm sorry.
First of all, you're not even outrunning.
I'm sorry.
that.
What is that 19? What is that relic of the Cold War gonna do?
I'm like, hold on. I'm sorry.
We saw Top Gun, dog. I'm sorry. Nah,
Like,
bro.
Is that
nah,
I'm sorry. Is that a Hind D? That thing is not outrunning anything in current year.
Nah, dog. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Darius. 98. Yeah, he got it. He got it. Look, look. You know, it's like this. They had my ass sweater, man. I had that.
Ron said human target. That's who is DC.
Human target.
Yo, that's the name of the character. It's a human target.
Human
so
target,
basically,
yeah, that's right,
human
yeah.
target. Basically, he can masquerade as anybody and stuff. And in the Arrowverse, he masqueraded as Ollie to make everybody think that he wasn't Arrow. And then there was another one where he masqueraded as Tommy because everybody's like, "Oh shit, Tommy's alive!" And it's
Nope.
like, "Nope,
That was bullshit. That threw me off. Yeah, I was so fucking mad at that.
Yeah, human target was dope, but yeah, human target ain't draining the blood from his victims. It's just they just put a mask. He's basically Dark Man, essentially. They just put a mask on, boom, that's it. It's like, all right, cool, gotcha.
Oh man, you just brought up Darkman, don't you?
Nah, but the big plot twist of Metal Gear Solid 1. So we find out that as D pointed out earlier about Master Miller, apparently nobody checked on Master Miller's place in like months.
You know what? I love how Master Miller is only. Tell me how devious this is, young. Eris, think about it, yeah. All right, Master Miller, you take Snake. I got the other one. Fuck you, yeah, nigga. Fuck you. Next time we see each other, we might be villains. We will be villains, bitch. Fuck you. Oh, your mama. I hope your mama's good too, bro. like, think about that. That's the last time you see it.
Hey, D, hold on. It was more like fine by me. All right. Yep. I'll see you later, nigga. I'll see you at Sunday service.
Hey, do like this. But we will come like this. They tell you, yeah, fuck you. We will come back to see Susie when she has the baby. Oh yeah, we got to come back for that. Man.
We find out that
we are family in that regard, man. You right.
What we found out is that Liquid went to Master Miller's place and
roll
killed
up
him.
to that nigga.
That was Ocelot, Chris.
Oh, it's Ocelot.
You
Okay.
know it had to be Ocelot.
If anyone had any reason to do in Kazuhira Miller, it would definitely be Ocelot.
You think it was Ocelot? Because I mean, real quick on 5. Do you have a reason in 5 to go? Because I mean, 5 didn't seem like he was really buttoned up against Miller.
Chris,
in 5, though.
he said it himself. He said it himself in MG, like at the end of MGS5 when they have their conversation with one another. The moment Miller found out what really happened and that.
Oh shit!
And that Snake wasn't, and that's that big boss, the real big boss was never there this entire time. Mm-hmm. Dude Miller felt slighted for decades. Okay?
I mean, I would feel that way too, because like, motherfucker, you had me following this no-name dude as what the fuck? Like,
you couldn't clue me in, you couldn't throw me in the loop, throw a fucking throw a carrier pigeon or something.
Damn right, I got this nigga killed when I had a chance.
So anyway, when they had their conversation, and he said, hell, he was like, you know what, Big Boss, he was like, the hell with Big Boss for all I care. At that point, he says, look, I'm taking one son. Fine, I'll take the other. You know that if we meet the next time, we might not be friends. The next time we meet, we could be enemies. Yeah. And Miller said it plain as day, fine by me.
This is what happened.
And they were gone.
This is what happened 3 days before Metal Gear 4. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? Hey, Liquid. Hey, bro, what's good? How y'all doing? Hey, come in, man. Man, got all this stuff over here, man. Thought you would have had a girl over here. Yeah, man. What happened, crew, man? Yeah, man. We late. What? We're late for what?
That's exactly.
It was something like that. Miller just waking up. He's like, you know what? I ain't seen these dudes in years, man. How you? And it ain't crossed his head yet because he's just waking up.
We found out.
Or it's the Tommy getting wax scene after getting made. All you hear is, oh no, pow!
Nah, Liquid was
Or it's the Tommy get wax scene. All three are just coming back from, I don't know, playing in Hollywood, and they're all like having a good time. They're singing it and walking. And the second Miller notices that he's walking in before both of them, oh shit.
Actually, no. I think it's even more.
Hold on, Eris. Big ass teddy bear still in his hand.
No, actually, I think it's more tragic than that. Hey, Eris, it's like, oh boy, when he kept asking for his money and they go in the car and stuff. As soon as he get in the car,
it's Maury.
He moried his ass. I'm like, well, Miller, you had
I got to look. I got to be real with you. It's like this. I got to be. Look, it's like this has been a long time. Hey, look who's in the back. Hey, what's up? Hey, Ishmael's here. Man, you look big as shit. Yeah, man. So yeah, I was talking.
I joked about this. I don't know what episode it was.
For the love of God, D.
I don't know what episode
was he supposed to be kicking the glass out?
I'm not going to kick everything on my desk.
I don't know what episode it was, but I was joking. Like, can you imagine like Liquid's masquerading as Miller? You just see Miller's dead body off in the corner on the Kodak, and he's like, "Oh shit, they can still see the body."
I'm pissed off. No, to D say the line that to this day haunts him.
What?
Hello, Snake. Do you like my sunglasses? We were on Kodak. I didn't see you the entire time.
I just laughed.
Bugged me my whole life. It's like, he didn't see you, Liquid.
I just imagine. That's why I say I imagine that or Liquid fucking pulled a weekend at Bernie's with fucking Master Miller's body and shit. Just
you see a dead body flying over the thing.
I have to say, I really got to say this. Liquid Snake pulled off the greatest Superman disguise Clark Kent thing ever. I mean, all he did was he just literally tied his hair back, threw on some sunglasses. He's Master Miller.
This nigga
he put a little gel in his hair to get the hair up.
This nigga put in a hairband and a pair of Oakleys, and he was done. That's some bull crap, yo.
Some aviator shades.
And a plain white t-shirt because you got to match the Master Miller.
Or plain white t-shirt. Snake. This is McDonald Miller.
Again, I don't think nobody can see each other right now. That's the thing that has always bugged me. And I always thought maybe they could see something in their eye because of the nano machines.
Hell, we're not getting to that yet.
Because it's that scene, and it's also the same scene where Snake is eavesdropping on Revolver Austin Liquid, and he's just right there, gling, gling, gling. Hey, Snake, and I'm like, Snake is loud as fuck. What's going on? It's like they can hear you. They can hear you. So in my brain, I was thinking to myself, I still think this like. Maybe with Kodak, you can keep your mouth shut and use your brain thoughts and shit, and it goes to your nano machines and future. You know what I mean? I thought it was like that.
Well, remember hold on, because that's how it was. Jumping real quick in Metal Gear Solid 2, when Raiden and Richard Ames had that conversation, they were speaking in Kodak.
Exactly.
And by using Kodak, you saw Ocelot. He was like, "Damn it, I can't even read their voice. Like, I can't read the lips or nothing. Can't even hear them talk." They were speaking in Kodak.
And the thing of it is, like, I think that twist, it makes you, when you replay the game, and I think Dee pointed out, there are certain parts of the game you can see, like, okay, now that you know Liquid was Miller, where did you see where he slipped up at in certain conversations? Because the obvious one is obviously when all of a sudden
you can't real.
Yeah, you can't contact Master Miller anymore. And it was right after that. You said the Hind D fight, basically.
The Hind D fight for me, it was so funny because I remember at the end of that thing, I'm walking down the stairs, and right before I got to, where you meet Otacon, I was like, let me call Master Miller. I called him. He didn't pick up. Here's D. He's Liquid. I knew he was Liquid right there. Like, because also I know the voice of Leonardo when I hear it, sir. I
The voice of
know.
the voice of Connie, though.
I know Cam Clark when I hear that motherfucker. Yeah. That's the same voice, bro.
But it
Listen,
makes you like you start looking at certain aspects of the game a lot
definitely,
differently
most
on the
definitely,
second
man.
and third playthrough because you're like, okay, so where did this come in? And then you figure out that Liquid was basically manipulating Snake the whole fucking time, which I'm like, yeah,
I
troll,
laugh
that's Snake,
because
that's Liquid for you. He trolls the shit out of people.
I like the fact that Liquid will be in the middle of doing nothing. Cling, cling, cling. Oh shit, he's calling Master. You know when you're out in the middle of the fauna, you don't
Snake,
I
when a
mean, he's
man
giving
Snake, look at the ground. Understand what's going on with the nature around you.
like
Snake when the man was a woman.
Liquid is giving like the advice of like the mother of all advices about like he's giving all this environmental advice on how to maneuver, how to find where to go to this location or that location, or shit, I'm stuck in this hole. What do I do? Master, help me out. And he's able to take care of them just like that.
And you know what kills me though? It's not that he takes care of it or everything is fine. It's that not one time in that whole situation did Snake go, when did you ever say that?
What?
Like never that whole time he's giving all this good information about sneaking around and making sure. Not one time saying Snake like, hey, Master, you ain't never told me that.
Here's an even better one.
I don't remember us even going to that. Well, that's just something new. That would have been cool if there is like a line in there where he kind of trips, but it's unnoticeable trip. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I did that last year. You know, something like you know what I mean?
It was after you it was after you retired.
It was after you retired, Snake.
You gotta remember, Snake, you did retire before me.
You're right about that.
But that's the thing too.
Down,
it's just
look. I just wanted to get down to the dogs and make sure I had a dog kennel then. But your dog kennel is the best. I taught the best. He's gassing this nigga up the whole time.
dude is fucking
Oh,
gaslighting
God.
Snake the whole fucking damn game.
Because that's what I like the fact that Ocelot has been doing that to Ishmael since he was 4 years old. I like the fact since that boy started walking around. You know your father thinks you're some shit, right?
I mean,
See that one over there with the brown hair? See the one with the brown hair? He better than you.
He's considered you to be the weakest one.
And the thing of it is, it's like
your father woke up one time. He fell out the bed. He said, "If I ever had a seed that I cursed, name him Ishmael." Whoops.
Oh, no, name him Eli.
Oh, Eli, not Ishmael. Eli. I'm like Eli. Oops.
I mean, it's, and I mean,
that nigga Ishmael. What the fuck's my problem? I'm thinking of somebody else in Metal Gear. Anyway, go ahead.
And then you have that, and also the aspect of I think Colonel Campbell was the one that told Snake, "Hey, Naomi ain't who the fuck she thinks she is," because that's when we find out. Frank Yeager is her brother.
No, not just Frank Yeager.
Naomi messed that up.
Naomi messed it up herself because, first of all, you notice how she goes from being, nice and kind of cool, kind of chill. Like, yeah, you gave me a shot or whatever. It's an anti-freezing peptide, supposed to help me survive out here in Alaska. That's cool. That's awesome. But you notice that right after the president of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker, when he dies from Fox Die, did you notice that Naomi's attitude towards Snake shifts? Like, does a hard right turn, and suddenly she just gets real stern, real cold with Snake. Like, since when have you actually cared about what happens to people?
Everything I was like, oh, really? I thought when you was out there in the war that happened. Like, the gifts and the one thing I like about Snake, he always will bend into that shit. Like, well, it's something I had to do, or well, come on, I'm a human being, I can't let that happen, or like, wait a minute, because I'm a good guy, why would I let that happen? Or the best one, I don't want to see the woman die in front of me. And it was like,
so you care if it's a woman that dies in front of you?
Listen to me, bitch. I got a mission, and this is my partner right here. If she had a dick, if she had a dick and 4 vaginas, I would still try to save her. Ain't that right? See, she agreed with me.
But I think it was also the fact that
like
here you
Naomi,
have,
we've been over this.
but it's also the fact that Liquid Snake as Master Miller, like he literally breaks it to solid. Like, yeah, Naomi lied about her background because
I
Naomi
loved it because
because he
Naomi
said-
let it go.
He
Because
said
Naomi-
that he
yeah,
said
Naomi sat there and said her Japanese grandfather was a secretary to J. Edgar Hoover. Now, even
I
before
like
the
it
but
because
even
you
before the
know
game,
the whole time
but that's the thing.
Lick
Even
was
before
over there like, I'm waiting for this bitch to slip up.
But even before the game even
No.
even breaks it down what
Wait.
happened, we know
Wait.
number one, J. Edgar Hoover was a fucking racist.
Wait,
so
hold
already
on.
it's like that's a goddamn
not
lie.
even hold on, not just that part, Chris. The part that makes me laugh the most is when she says when she said that this happened, right? And here comes Miller. When was that?
I mean, and that's the thing because you just sitting back like Naomi. Now you know J. Edgar Hoover was racist as shit.
I don't
number
know.
one.
Sometime in the 1950s, I think. Oh, where at? New York, I think.
Really?
And Naomi,
Okay.
I thought you said you didn't have a grandfather.
Wait, she said, wait, I thought
Then-
you didn't have any
then-
family.
And then I do not blame this on nobody. I don't blame this on nobody but Hideo and everybody else that wrote down there. I was found in Rhodesia. I was out there. There was a whole lot of Indian labors there. That's where me got my skin color from, but I don't even know if that's true. All right, two things. You were found in Rhodesia. You ain't Indian, bitch. You're probably black. Number two, Japanese woman. Hideo, what is your problem? What is your...
Giving her the name Naomi Hunter?
Anyway.
It's not even a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the other thing. Naomi Hunter's not
That
even a
is
real
her name.
name.
I forgot about that. That ain't her name. Her real name is probably like Desiree Yeager. Remember? Last name Yeager. Yeager.
Well, but it's also the fact that like she injected Snake with fox dye out of revenge on Snake killing her brother.
However,
I like how Fox
however,
Dye
we
was
come to-
still vague in this game too.
no, and however, we come to find out, thanks to Liquid, he found out thanks to his spy in the Pentagon that he reported that that Dr. Hunter changed Fox Dye just before it was thrown into this exercise.
Well, now and the fox dye and Snake is a wild card.
Yeah.
Who do?
Yeah. You know what?
But-
Here's a great thing about that. It's never going to come up again until the fourth game. And when it comes up, you're going to say,
Nano Machine, son.
wait.
Um,
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to say. Wait. Hold up. Wait, what?
so if we're talking, so the first half of the game.
Or better yet, Naomi, why are you in this game? That's the biggest one you're going to say when you get to the fourth one, but whatever.
Now, the biggest thing about this game, the gameplay, was this was probably like the first time in a long time that because this is a full 3D game, everything it's basically hedged around stealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's hedged around stealth across the board. You have a clock at the top where you have, I think you get put in cautious mode if a guard sees you and you see the cone for their eye view, which was a good thing because if you have your radar, you can see how far they can see you and how far they can get to you, which is good if you're a speedrunner of these games because you can kind of game the system on how far they can see you and stuff.
Yep.
When you play on extreme mode, you don't get any of that shit. It's what I like to call an endurance trial. Get through that game on extreme mode.
I never, like I said, I told this to y'all offline. I played extreme probably once or twice. Probably once. Only once. We made it as far as what was I said? Psycho Mantis. That's about as far as I made it on extreme.
European extreme is a bitch.
Now what's the difference with that? Now what's
European extreme, if you get caught, it's
game over. Game over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That shit is in the window is like crazy tight. Yeah, it's
I like
and
that.
granted, when you get to the games Metal Gear Solid 2 and up, European Extreme is a little lenient, but it's still like, oh, that's it.
Unless you play the European copy.
That too.
Play the European copy of the game is actually
why is that extreme different? That's weird to me.
No, because the European Extreme is like the legit hardest version of the game.
It's just weird why it would be the European extreme. I don't know why. I just find that very funny.
But like the game in the beginning parts, it kind of gets you in tune of the gameplay, how to play it, sneaking through, knocking on doors to kind of distract the guards so you can go around them, which is actually pretty dope. You
This
get a
was the first game that let you play around with everything
If you
you
played the
have to do.
demo, you could really fuck around with it before the full game came out, to where by the time you got to the full game, you already kind of knew the intricacies of what you can get away with and what you couldn't.
Me.
You
Definitely me.
had shaft grenades, which will help you with cameras throughout the whole Shadow Moses base, which were definitely handy.
Until you got the first person view where you can just shoot the camera.
Well, that was Twin Snakes.
I know.
Twin Snakes, or
Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2. Then you had the cardboard box, which was handy for getting through certain areas. You can actually travel back and forth to certain parts of Shadow Moses by getting in certain trucks with certain boxes.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that, man. I never tried that out, actually.
I didn't know that.
Pretty cool. I loved it because I remember one time I hopped inside the back of a truck, disguised myself as a cardboard box. The soldier actually got in the truck and drove to a whole other section of Shadow Moses, and I got out.
You could probably be on the second disc, and you could actually get in the box, and boom, you're back at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, this was PS1.
I never did that.
This was PS1's interpretation of fast travel, if you think about it.
It was it was definitely fast travel, crude fast travel, but fast travel nonetheless.
You
had flashbangs, obviously, which definitely helps out and stuff.
The flashbangs were fun for me. I like them more than the chat. I love using them all the time. I actually finally Metal Gear 1 would probably be the only game I actually use it to my advantage.
Yeah. You can flip guards, you can snap their necks and kill them if you feel like it, which if you snap the necks and kill them, their bodies just disappear. So
I thought the snapping
given that this is given the PS1 version of this game, Snake only had a 3-hit combo. It was 2 punches and 1 kick.
Which made the fight against Cyborg Ninja again crude, but it was still funnish in a way.
You had what you had to do was you had to go off of some freaking Final Fight madness where you had to time that punch. Time the action button and punch him where he gets stun locked.
So basically, the first part of this is Snake needs to track down the DARPA chief, essentially. And in him typing out the DARPA chief, when he gets out the first part of the elevator, we meet Liquid Snake as he's getting on the hind D to be like, hey, I heard military sending some F-16s here. I'm about to peace out of here and fucking take these motherfuckers out. And
sir, you sure we don't want to use like any of our land any of our missiles we can use from down here? I mean, we can easily shoot about the sky. Shut up! I'm going up there.
Going up there. So when we get to the DARPA chief, we get probably our first major boss fight, and I have to put this out here because this is now granted this is the Twin Snakes version because I wanted to show the less crude version and stuff, but it still gets the same point across very succinctly because it is like probably the most badass fucking opening for a boss fight, at least to me. Anyways, I feel so. Let's see.
You said this is Twin Snakes.
Yes, Twin Snakes.
Oh God, I know this. This is when you meet the Arms Tech, president.
Yep. Yeah.
Because this is after the old boy Detoy Octopus dies of the fox dying and shit at this point.
You said black man's disease, sir.
Black man.
The blood, though.
He's alive.
Now, all this is Simtech.
Right?
C4 wires that can kill.
I'm here to save you. No! Don't touch it!
Yes, the wires.
C4.
You know what? Think about it. Like, really, Ocelot. Too much. Death.
Nah, enough. Yes, Ocelot.
Right.
touch that wire and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about. And you?
Look at that
Special
mustache.
Operations
The
Foxhound.
Sam Elliott mustache special.
Sam Elliott, the Lee Van Cleef special.
Let me tell you something, boy. I piss Sam Peckinpah.
I drink whiskey in my sleep.
I like how he's just casually leaning up against the pillar and just spinning the freaking gun. That is awesome.
See, in PS1 when he does it, you don't get that vibe a little bit. It's just him
No,
spinning
you
the
don't.
gun, and it's like, all right, cool. This does look a little bit better.
I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake.
Yeah, still walks like a
Now
6-year-old
we'll
man.
see if the
Yes, he
man
does.
can live up to the legend.
Fun fact: we're not watching the boss fight, but you know. Stand off.
Shoot!
It's like
This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army.
Big boss showed
Cover
me.
your bullets, nigga. No, your dad said this was the greatest gun I
More
could
than
use,
enough
and I
to
was
kill
like,
anything
yeah,
that
bro.
moves.
I like, for something that's 6 bullets, that's more than enough to kill anything that moves. You sure needed to reload a lot.
12 bullets, like.
It's like, all right, now.
Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
I thought they called you Revolver for another reason. How about you, Snake?
So the interesting bit about this, like this
Life
whole
of Baker Ocelot.
this whole boss fight was, not only was it cool, but like, dude, you're seeing Ocelot run around. He's shooting bullets that ricochet.
Yeah, you get to walking around, you need a counter circle or a circle
Ping, ping,
in
ping,
order to
ping,
track
ping.
him. And
Yep.
you basically have to shoot him when he's reloading.
Yeah, that's the only
Now
time.
you can get
Which
you can
is-
gamble while
which-
he's shooting at you, but
Which, by
yeah.
the way, is the same thing that you had to do in your boss fight against him in Metal Gear Solid 3. The only way you can take him down is when he's reloading.
what difference is he had his crew with him, so you had to kind of
But
deal
no,
with that shit.
remember, he told his crew not to interfere. So even if
Oh,
his
the
crew-
second one, yeah, my bad, because you had to deal with the crew. Then you had to fight
Yeah.
them with the bees and yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I brought the bees, but yeah, the bees did interfere.
Oh
in the
no, that's
fight.
what I used. I broke out those bees every time. I shot him right on his head every time.
Or the other thing you could do, shoot his hat off.
Dumb
Yeah.
Russian.
Now in Twin Snakes,
Dumbass Russian.
now, here's the thing about Twin Snakes. Twin Snakes came out on the GameCube. It was basically cheat mode because basically what Twin Snakes was, it was Metal Gear Solid 2 gameplay with Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yep.
And if you play Metal Gear Solid 2 was very broken, especially with the first person mode and everything. And you're putting that in Metal Gear Solid 1 and you have to face off against Ocelot. You can stand in the corner in Twin Snakes and just shoot at Ocelot between the wires, and that's it. Dead ass. Didn't even have to move or nothing. And I was like, yo.
The only thing you had to really count on is the possibility of getting hit by a ricocheting bullet.
Yeah, and also you had the trank gun in Twin Snakes, which again,
That too. I was like, okay, why'd you give him the trank gun?
that was a 2 thing. Yeah. They
Y'all, I always felt like they put just a little too much 2 in Twin Snakes.
I get modernize it, obviously, but still,
And I
there's
get it
that-
was also Silicon Knights that produced the game. They're the ones-
they did, because you saw that intro there. It was very movie-esque.
Not only, well, see, they got that movie because of a movie that came out at the time that was really popular called I think it was called Returner.
Mhm.
So like the whole choreography, that whole over the topness that you see with Snake, all of that was from that movie Returner.
Yeah. Now the thing about that boss fight is after you beat Ocelot, that's when we get Cyborg Ninja comes in and he slices all the fucking wires that had the Arms Tech chief tied up to it, and he also slices off Revolver Ocelot's arm.
And he also slices.
I'm not
hold
his
on.
arm, his forearm.
Wait. He also slices a giant chunk of the ceiling, and Guile somersault kicks it at Snake.
Also, by the way, he creates a not a plot hole, but a bit of a thing that comes up again where. So why did you choose Liquitan again, Ocelot?
I mean, really, right?
Like, don't worry. We'll get to that bridge when we cross that too. That's a loaded explanation. That's all I can say on that one.
Now the thing is, after that fight, I'm thinking after this is when you meet up with Meryl, right? When she's dressed up.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you meet up with. Oh, good.
No. I say you do meet up with Meryl after this. You find out where she is, and hold on. Actually, no,
it's you meet up with old boy.
You get in contact with Meryl after that fight. After that fight, you get in contact with Meryl. You come out there.
You have to physically look at the back of the jewel case to get her Kodak number.
That was another cool meta thing that we did back then. But after you have a conversation with her and all the rest of that, you go through the little lasers, get outside, and all of a sudden, Snake! Watch out! There are mines out there. Who is this? What are your fans? Who are you? Just call me Deep Throat. Wait.
I'm like from the
first. Hold on.
Here's Watergate scandal.
No. Here's Snake. First of all, pause. Second of all, from the Watergate scandal.
Now. Actually, I have it up.
You got to say no homo before you do that, man. You can't leak
because they played this during the commercials, and I laughed my ass off when they played it too. It is.
This is
yes.
This is when I first saw the game.
Yes.
This is Raven's territory.
Actually, it's Alaskan, nigga.
Snakes don't belong in Alaska.
Tell that to geography.
I'll let you pass.
Whatever you say, Ganondorf.
Send him a message.
Look at that back. Look at that.
Bullshit. Look at that.
I like how Snake just jumped onto the Claymore mines that he could have got blown up from earlier.
Did you also like the superhero landing he did?
You belong on the ground.
Chuck Farley, the voice.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are.
Snakes don't crawl; they slither.
That's technically crawling.
For a shaman, you really don't know.
Now,
I'm sorry. These are the so-called the go.
Now I'm gonna fast forward to the ending because this shit always has me rolling with this.
Check out my nigga.
Twin Snakes did it better.
Yeah, I couldn't find the Twin Snakes one. That was the day I was like, "Fuck, I'll use this one." This shit is fucking hilarious, though. It's
all right, just cannibalize off of you. Give me some of your bullets, and let me take the card key. I like how Snake doesn't even check if there's a dead ass Hulk Hogan looking nigga inside that tank.
When I saw this, I said, wait, Raven, did you just yeet that guy out of the tank with the card?
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. In battle, he is as if possessed by a demon.
Yeah, he chucked a whole bunch of grenades in there with live people. Yeah, he is a demon.
I told you so, but I will kill him.
So, General Ivan, I hear he took your hand as well as your dignity.
Get him!
Tongue, shaman.
In the language
We gotta be racist, nigga.
Sioux means snake.
We ain't gotta go through all that, though, man.
Well, Snake is mine now.
I like the PS1 Ravens. I really do.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't kill him
yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta be real with you. When he said he said later in the game, the raven on my head, it marks death upon you. After that fight, here's me.
So that was a fucking lie.
Real
Hold on,
talk.
can
Almost
I-
everything he says is almost a bit of a lie. That's all I'm saying.
Can I also point out, if you watch the Twin Snakes version, when they fight each other in that cold ass storage room, that the Raven comes down like it's special guest referee Mills Lane, squawks at Snake, squawks at like at Raven, and it gives that "let's get it on" and flies away.
Yeah.
But so and it's funny too, because like I said, even with the plot twist of Liquid Snake, nope, being Master Miller and stuff, I enjoy.
I gotta point this out. Duke, my nigga, you are exactly right. Do you remember when people were like I remember the
Stunt
Rock
casting.
came up for his name like 3 times. Like, why the Rock? Of all people, the Rock. I guess it was just big and brown, and they thought that was good enough, man. I don't even understand that. Yeah.
Now, if it was today, Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah, they would. You don't want to get at the Batista. He's gonna.
You know
he's
they
gonna-
would give
he's
it
gonna
to him.
act- He's gonna act the shit out of it.
No,
Yes, he
no,
is,
no,
and they would
no,
give it to
no,
him.
no. You give it to a fucking Samoan nigga, Usi, if we say. We give it to a Us. You gotta give it to a Samoan. So it has to be like Cliff Curtis or
I like right there where you said
See,
you gotta
Cliff
give it
Curtis-
Look, Samoan, and you say Cliff Curtis, who's all the way New Zealand. Okay, thank you for that.
sir, according to Hobbs and Shaw, he is Samoan. Okay.
I like when you
No,
say
no, no, no,
Samoan.
no.
That's
Chris-
like me
Chris-
saying I want a nigga from the hood, and you get a white boy from Alabama, nigga.
Chris. Chris is all Chris. You're all the way right with this. You want to know why? Because you throw the fattest beard that you can find on Cliff Curtis, and he's Samoan just off of
It's
that.
gonna be the tribal chief. It ain't gonna
Yes.
be Roman. I tell you that much.
General Ivan, get that makeup off your face, Clifford. I'll be mad as hell, man. Look, that's why I hate Hollywood for what they did to Cliff Curtis. You park that dude in one parking space like that. That's fucked up, man. But that being said, he can play Mexican too, so that's actually a gift.
Lonzo doesn't give his money to them Russians at one and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, man.
But
nah.
no. What, when Snake has to meet up with Meryl, and he has a conversation with Otacon about where he could find her. He's like, she's got to be in the one place where she's guaranteed to be alone. Where's that? Come on, don't be so damn dense. That right there.
I get it. I get it. She's a girl.
That right there. That was a little hint of Big Boss creeping out of Solid Snake, because if you go through like anyone who ever played MGS3, play Metal Gear Solid 3 and just go through the vast oceans of Kodak conversations with Paramedic and Snake. Oh my gosh, she makes Snake look like he's an idiot.
Yeah. Because what you realize is this. First off, Big Boss had no childhood. Second off,
I mean,
get it
look,
right out the way. That was a child that was beat every day. Anyway,
but no, I like how, because Snake gets to the second section.
Well, you're right though, man. You're right.
When he meets up with Meryl.
Hold on. But before he even meets up with her, he has to go find the scientist behind all this, which is Hal. And when he finally meets up there, that's when we get the very, very famous scene of walking in that hallway, and there's dead PS1 bodies everywhere. Man, Twin Snakes version.
Yes.
See, this is what 3 Black Geeks do for you. We give you the slightly better version of the classic.
This was,
and I know what some of you are thinking. This is Twin Snakes. It ain't better. Shut the fuck up and watch.
Look at this. It's like a horror. It's like a horror movie.
This was
I think
definitely a
that's the
horror
whole
movie.
point of this scene. You want to make it as scary.
Actually, it's kind of like Vader at the end of Rogue One, where he's like, when he's about to go and try to find Princess Leia and the plans and shit. I was like, oh yeah.
Hold on, y'all want to see some excessive shit? Hang on. Right about here. Excessive. Judo flip. And slice them in half.
Was there any point? Hey, Gray, when you woke up, was there any?
My man, you should have played dead. Play dead, dude. That's like, it's See?
Real talk.
He threw the gun.
Take this!
Why?
Yeah, you done.
Yeah.
You can also tell that the person who played this did not have the silencer attached to the SOCOM.
Yeah. They were like, D, balls to the wall. Fuck that shit. Hear me when I come, motherfucker.
Now here's the thing.
That's how D was.
Cyborg
That's how D was.
Ninja has a modified kind of like suit that enhances his strength.
Yeah, it's
essentially.
exoskeleton
And he has
suit.
exoskeleton suit and a high frequency blade that can kind of cut through butter. Essentially, he can cut through anything.
Yeah. And I in the one day, you know that one scene when the dude was shooting at him. If that was today eras, he would have just threw the motherfucking katana dead in his head.
Yes.
That was an unnecessary shot to D, but they did it. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, and it's crazy too because like, look at that, just crazy.
I love
I like the.
I love it. I love it.
Hold up. Have to fast forward that.
Guys, it's like one of my Japanese anime.
All right. Give me the PS1 version. I'm sorry. I can't look at all the kind like this.
This is dope.
I mean,
You know what? While we here, I didn't think that Ron Paulson did a bad version. I didn't think he did it. I just wish they kept it to being Gary Eagles doing the voice. You know what I mean? I thought Grimm doing the voice of Ninja was better than Raphael doing the voice of Ninja. So,
I
you know,
agree.
whatever. But whatever, it's all good.
yeah, but it's just this is them fighting it out hand to hand, no swords, no nothing.
The man said you can watch from your box seat.
Keep your hands off him.
I mean, yeah.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive.
I need you to make me feel alive.
I mean, I'm curious. Was what's his name? Was he too busy being the voice of Grimm to do this?
I feel like, hey Gary, can you come in? What you talk about me coming in? I'm doing this show right now, man. Like, I don't know what Gary. It wasn't like he was doing anything because he did Stillman in Metal Gear 2.
Yep.
It wasn't like he
Look at
was busy.
See, this is crazy too because again, we're getting this, and this is not quite CQC shit, but it's like, look at this.
It's the best you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
It looks dope. Like I said, it's dope.
I love it.
That looked awkward, but that's all right. That looked like he just did this.
Now, Snake isn't wearing exoskeleton suit, right? He's not.
No, he's not. He's wearing his usual sneaking suit.
And that's the crazy part because Snake doesn't have like super strength like Cyborg Ninja. So it's
Nah. That's just good old United States.
America.
You know, that's the United States Rangers in him, man.
Oh, but Snake is quite winded right now.
Oh yeah. That's very human of Snake.
Well, until Metal Gear Solid 4, where he just knows CQC out the blue, so you know.
It can't be. I killed you in Zanzibar.
Good Snake.
Oh,
Zanzibar.
my past. He reminded me of my past. My dark, mysterious past.
The medicine.
I don't know why Naomi put me on this regimen, but it's actually doing more damage to my body than it should.
This man needs to be regulated.
The famous scene. Pink.
How do you not die from CTE? It's a CT kicking in.
First of all, that dude, the helmet.
And second of all, Chris, technically he's a zombie, so I don't know why you asking questions.
The CTE is kicking in. All right.
Now, right here.
Ass up in the air.
I know, man. Child's pose. Is it over? Well, that was weird. So check it out, Fox. I'm thinking about, we could talk, have a beer, might go to Applebee's after this. You and I, man. I'm just thinking that we should.
Imagine if there was an Applebee's on Shadow Moses.
It probably is.
The nearest Applebee's is 50 miles from that base.
And he's out.
Yeah, knowing them is a Bennigan's. That's the only closest thing.
That's it, man. Well, I had to put that up, man. But
Eris, check it out though. There's a Hooters 20 miles though.
Their wings still suck.
Yeah, I know. I ain't going to that. Hold on. Think about it. Hooters 20 miles outside of out of
No,
out, 20
Shadow
out of
Moses.
Moses. Now I know Shadow Moses don't exist. Just think of an island out there in the coast of Alaska. 20
So-
miles away from that is a Hooters.
Are you going to that Hooters?
Yeah, I thought so.
No. I can answer. I'll answer that question. Am I going to that Hooters? What day is it?
Has a point.
Harris, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be a pig about it. It's Alaska. Whatever titties you getting is gonna be the same titties that whole week.
And I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna ask the question: what day is it?
I think it's interesting. Is like after this,
Hey,
is this the? I thought it was interesting too how like you had the at one point after this fight you have to go through these. Hold up, is it before this fight you gotta go through? You have to use the missile to
Yes,
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So-
The Nikita
Because
missile.
from the Nikita
through,
missile,
to
so
blow up the
again-
gas room.
So this was an interesting thing with the game is like you get these things where you have to it was kind of puzzle solving in a way because the Nikita missile you couldn't touch nothing as you're like going through it and it will like go fast and then you could turn it, go fast and turn and like you couldn't touch like the corner of a desk or nothing. It would just blow up. And you had
Nah,
to
it would
start back
blow up
over again.
instantly if you turn the wrong way. I remember that. By the way, you can go to all types of hell for that one. You can go all the way to hell.
Yeah.
No,
You even spell say out wrong, nigga. You can go to hell for that.
no, this is the best one.
I mean, that's-
He really did. When Gray Fox looks off to the side and then looks directly at the camera and flashes the freaking eye, I'm like, yeah, this is MJ at the end of Thriller.
yeah, it's done. It's a wrap. I mean, and the thing of it is, so after this,
He blue screened.
it was like dunk. Just the
That
blue
really-
screen.
Wait. Hold on.
That got a good
No,
laugh.
wait. This is 2000. Hold on. See, technically, video game wise, this is in the video game world, this is 2005. But since this came out in 98, I'm gonna say it. You know when your computer locks up in Windows ME and everything creates an after image, you grab an icon and it, like, yeah, it's doing that shit.
Now
That is like the epitome of your
grabbed
of
the
your machine
Solitaire logo and
freezing.
just started doing this.
Yeah,
around the
well,
whole-
like basically you grab a folder and that shit just creates a trail of folders.
Your computer is locking up right now. So
now the great thing about this is it was as Raven was mentioning about Snake getting different key cards. There were points in the game, especially after the ninja boss fight, where you can go back and unlock more doors that were in the prison section of Shadow Moses and stuff that gave you different items like C4, or you can get the famous bullets and the gun in there and stuff. I'm trying to think, there was something else that you could do where you could use C4 to blow up in a hole to go to another.
Yeah, any of the color code, like any of the walls that were a different color, you can use the C4 to blow it up.
Yeah, so it was all those things. As you went higher up on the key card level, you can kind of go back to access different doors and all that stuff. Which, when you get to Sniper Wolf, that's when you get the key card. You have to go all the way the fuck back to the beginning of the game to get the sniper rifle. Which I was like, this is the most ridiculous shit ever.
Which I had to ask. No, I gotta ask this question, Chris. Now, knowing that you can go back and visit those other areas, when you go back to that underground area where you fought Ocelot the first time, I just got a question, because this area does also pop up again when you get to the hangar where Metal Gear is.
it is.
Who made those bottomless pits? Them freaking trap doors.
And the thing of it is, you got 1 second to run past them, or else.
Yeah, I really want to know who designed that.
Who crafted the laser rooms?
I want to know.
Laser room. Yeah.
I wanna know.
Hold on. There's difference. You can actually turn that off.
Yeah, I know, but still.
The
You know,
bottomless
did the
pit, that
gas.
took time. Listen, at least 6 people died building that.
I still think the gas and the electric floor is still too much. Like,
Yeah,
what
the-
was like that still felt like that was just too much, man.
It really was and stuff. So, like, you be
That
able
entire-
We have to create booby traps to make sure he doesn't get through this. But then at the same time, no, we won't kill him yet.
yeah, Acme. Acme.
Yeah, Acme.
Acme
Now,
Company.
isn't
I was just gonna say, was this?
I mean,
room-
look, man,
Oh
look,
no, was
look.
Shadow Moses designed by Kevin McAllister? I mean,
Nah,
I really want to
it's
know.
like, dude, look, you gotta understand, y'all. The Acme Corporation is actually as look, they're not evil. They just don't make good products, but they are. Look, you call them, they're gonna show up. You know what I mean?
now, the thing of it is with Meryl is
Very
that
true.
Meryl called Snake up and was like, "Yeah, I'm disguised as one of the soldiers. You have to find me." Now, PS2 graphics, PS1 graphics. In
You
order
can
to
still
find
tell. You can tell the difference.
you to find her, her butt has to be shaking like this a little
She
bit.
has to
Oh,
walk like a woman.
yeah.
hey, I'm gonna save all women. Fuck you.
What I like was that Otacon basically kept it he kept it a full brick when he said, well, the one way I know that you know that it's her is she, was that her butt was really cute whenever she walked. Huh, you were really looking, weren't you? What can I say? She had a really, really cute butt. I wish that this movie came out at the time because I would have loved to use that clip from I would love to use the Al Pacino. She's got a great ass.
Oh, Heat was out. He was out at
Yeah.
that time.
Oh yeah, that's right. This was Heat. That's right.
My thing is this too, but my thing is too, like
You got your head all the way up it.
but I think it was funny too, is that like after the ninja fight and Otakon is kind of breaking everything down the snake, Otakon goes full otaku as his name is, and he starts talking about police knots and all this
imagine
other.
if you
Yeah,
will,
that
y'all.
was okay. So in the PS1 version, when he talks about his whole reason why he created Metal Gear and why he got into science was to create giant robots like in Japanese anime, PS1 version uses footage from police knots.
Mhm.
The GameCube version uses footage from Zona Ender's Second Runner. Which I think is kind of unfair because that game never did come to the GameCube.
Look.
You will never have.
Look,
I'm like, why? I'm like, why put footage from freaking Anubis, the Second Runner, in this game?
you know what that was, right? You know what that was, right? Kanai was like, "Hey, GameCube owners, you might get Zone of Vendors. Keep hoping."
But let's
Never saw that shit.
All right, guys.
Never
All
saw
right,
it
guys. Hideo got some couple of things underneath his plot. He might come out there. We don't know.
So this is where
and I would say if this was made on the set, and if this game came to Sega Saturn, they would have used footage from Snatcher.
I have a feeling. You know what? Speaking of which, I've seen some of the cutscenes for Snatcher. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. If anybody hasn't seen it, it's worth watching. It ain't that bad. It's like it's old anime, and if you are old taku of any sort, you should try to watch Snatcher. I haven't watched all of it.
No, this is
But
where
I suggest it. Just so you can go 90s. There you go.
Now, we already broke down the whole thing with Psycho Mantis because that's.
Before you get to Psycho Mantis real quick, I wanted to mention the bathroom scene.
Oh,
right before Psycho Mantis is the bathroom scene. When you finally track down Meryl, you got two ways of doing it. If you get to her early enough, you can catch her when she's in her underwear. If you get to her too late, she's already changed clothes.
Oh. Now, D loves the scene for one reason, because everything was all right. Meryl was like, yeah, I'm confident, I'm a rookie, but I can do this. You know, when I was a little girl, I'm like, oh, here we go. And the thing, there's a line that is, ooh, it's a bowling ball falling on top of a baby. I had psychotherapy.
That removed all my interest in men. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Hi. TJ Tsunami 3 Black Geeks. I would like to point out that in that moment when she said that all of her interest in men was completely removed, that almost meant something until about maybe 30 minutes or so when you get past the Psycho Mantis boss fight, get past the cave, and you made it to this one area.
Yeah.
All of that goes clear flying the fuck out the window.
Yep.
The very second she catches a bullet to the thigh.
Real
Mhm.
talk. No, that's some
Um,
real talk.
To
Dog,
which I
dog.
can hold on, and I can speak for, and I'm also going to say this for future. I mean, for future DJ Tsunami here. The same thing also applied when she was pinned down at the end of MGS4, and she literally got Johnny Sasaki into marrying her.
Let me tell you something. To D,
What
I have to
happened?
say this.
What
just gotta say-
happened? What happened to
Errors.
the nanomachines? What happened to the psychotherapy? What happened to SOP?
Nah, dog. No, you know
Out
what
the
happened?
door.
You know what happened? Hideo Kojima don't know how a girl works.
Don't know
That's
how a
what's
girl
happened. I swear, Hideo Kojima has a problem. There's a big, gigantic problem with Hideo Kojima. He doesn't know how to write women. He doesn't.
He writes them in the
know
most
how
basic.
to write
He
women.
writes them in
He
the most
just
basic
don't.
way because, like I said, we can skip past Psychomantis because we talked about him earlier.
Yeah, we can
but,
skip
like,
past that. But
when
yes.
we get to like Sniper Wolf, number one, he has Otakon have such a hard-on love for her, like she's some damsel in distress. Never mind the fact that this is a
what
woman.
happens when you're the self-insert in the game. But go ahead.
Never mind the fact that Sniper Wolf clearly is showing herself to be like a very she can take care of herself. Like she's a capable woman, but then they could do this whole sappy, I love you, Sniper Wolf. I'm like, this chick did not love you. What are you talking about? Like
All because
she
he
just
all
kept him
because she
around.
no, she kept him around and she let him feed her wolves.
And you know what? You're right.
Yes,
you're right.
you are very right.
You are.
Because you want to know. Hold on. You can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something?
Go ahead, Aries. I want you to.
This at least when at least Sniper Wolf has never fallen over and Otacon never tripped and fell and landed face first in her ass cheeks.
Thank God. If you gave the game enough time, it probably would. But
Kojima would have did that. Kojima would have did it. He would have did it. I mean,
Kojima
he would have did it.
found a
No.
way.
Kojima would have did it in Twin Snakes, not in the original.
He would have did it, man. But yeah, that's the type of writer he is when it comes to women. It's like really to Hideo, you got two purposes. What are you to the man in the game? And number two, are you pumping out a baby or are you losing a baby? That is it. There's no other speed to women.
And the thing of it is, I think Meryl is probably no, because here's the thing about Buffy. I'm real quick.
It was very teenagery.
Put it this way. 95% of the characters were written well. The 5% is the ones that everybody keys in on because they were written very fucking horribly. It's like, damn, you really frizz this chick? Like, god damn. and then let's not talk about the minorities in that 5% that get fucked over in the process. It's like, ah, shit.
Here's the thing. We have talked about this probably before, but we're going to have to bring this up again. And everybody, Hideo Kojima has brilliant ideas. The nigga can't write. Yeah. Just plain and simple, he can't write. There's no way getting around it. There's this interview that I actually read that who was Agnes, I forgot her. She's the translator of these games too, and she talked about Hideo and his writing style. She was basically saying like, look, he writes okay if it was like a movie and like one scene. He doesn't know how story structure works. He kind of loses narrative and shit. Like, wow, you basically said that nigga can't write.
But I will say this though: Whedon and Kojima are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, they are.
It's just the way they get to that destination. They get to the same destination on their bullshit. They do. It's just how they get there is different. It's just like, yeah, they got a set of bullshit on how they write women. It's just what they do. One is the Japanese sensibilities of it, which is like, what the fuck? The other is American.
It's bro. I want to say dude, bro, but it is kind of dude, bro.
bro.
It is kind of like, well, I'm the tomboy with the big tits. Let's fight. That's her whole personality.
And the thing of it is, like, Meryl out of the whole. If we're talking about the Metal Gear 1, 2, and 4, Meryl is probably the only one that, at the very least, has some agency to her. And she didn't get completely like fucked over.
And that's the funny thing and we'll get to it when we get to the fourth one, she actually has probably some of the best growth out of everybody because in this game, she's a straight up rookie. The next time you see her on some real ish, she doesn't need Snake. And
No.
even in the best scene of the
She's
game,
running her own team.
and look, and I hate to jump ahead, but she has the best scene in the game where she's talking to Snake. She was like, "Listen to me, old man. Stay out of my way.
Sit your ass down.
You're here and you're just." She
like,
said something.
ooh.
She said, "You're just too old," or something. You
No.
saw his confidence.
No, you.
I'm like,
she said,
yo.
listen, this is all. Like that was all I need to deal with. Do you got it? No, hold on. Do you got it, old Snake?
Nah.
Snake's like,
Nah. It's that shit from Malcolm in the Middle. The future is now, old man.
And it's the truth. And here's the funny thing. Right what I just
I'm like,
said,
ooh,
and I
somebody's
hate
wearing
to,
their ovaries on the outside
I hate
today.
to be this person. I hate to be this person. That's the last time you see anything good of Meryl at that point. That was the last good thing she did.
What?
Because everything else after that was her falling out a flight of stairs.
First off, you didn't like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith with her and Johnny fighting the frogs?
The first time I did.
I've
I
never
did like it. I liked it.
Look, Eris. See, I did with one of my favorite reviewers that I don't listen to like I used to was Fearless. And Fearless taught me this one thing. You know, when you stop and really think about it, this is stupid. And then look, 15 minutes later, no, seriously, when you really think about it, this is dumb. And that's how I felt about the Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's I mean, no. Chris, to answer your question, did I like that scene? Yes, I liked it because I've never seen somebody change weapons as many times as those two did.
Look. I tell you what was ridiculous. Hey,
the one time ammo was actually realistic.
I tell you what, Sniper Wolf is a fucking douche. Shoots me on the leg and just says, "Hey, Snake," and literally says, "Hey, Snake, I know you don't got a sniper rifle, so I'll wait while you go back and backtrack and get a sniper rifle.
Yo,
Meanwhile, I'll let your girl freeze to death on the fucking ground."
I like how my girl Sniper Wolf hit you with the Colombian nigga and Scarface when she shot me a pow. Naughty leg, huh?
Here's how dope the game is. Out to Kojima and them's credit, they account for everything. You try to use a Nikita missile, shoots that shit down.
Yep. I hated that so much.
Because you think in your head
does not work.
The pistol doesn't work, but you would think in the back of your head, okay, maybe I need to use a Nikita missile and I gotta dodge the bullets or some shit. Nope. That doesn't fucking work.
That thing moves way too slow to even try to dodge a bullet.
So the game literally tells you.
Now I know what you're thinking, somebody. What if you get the extra replay? D did that. Me and my cousin did that. It did jack shit. The Stinger missile doesn't work. The Stinger missile doesn't work. The Stinger missile just straight up doesn't work. You get up there.
So you go back. You gotta backtrack. I want people to understand this. This is a stealth action game. You have to backtrack while dodging enemies, avoiding enemies stealthily to get all the way back. Meanwhile, you're like, Meryl's been sitting back for like 25, 30 minutes smooth while I'm going
bleeding
back.
Out.
Just bleeding out. Granted, when we get back, her body's not there, which means that they obviously, took her and shit.
Do y'all think they carried her nicely or they just like dragged her? Like
they dragged her ass. What are you talking about? She got dragged. She got dragged. They dragged her by the leg too. They didn't even drag her by the arm, the leg.
First of all, she passed out from blood loss. Second of all, they just dragged her away.
So,
you know when somebody got her, you know when somebody picked her up, they did this. Hey, look at this. Look at me. I'm a look when he dropped her head hits it. Boom.
So what ends up happening is that ends up happening. You come back, you fight Sniper Wolf, and Snake is like, I won.
By the way, D loves this. She shows up, hold it right there. Here's me. I shot you in the face. There ain't no blood anywhere on you. How did I make it through this?
So when the Snake gets to the stairs, shit, I got fucking jumped because all the soldiers like freeze and he doesn't even make it up the communication tower because he has to get to the communication tower to the top. So they basically get captured and you get quite possibly as a teenager, the most hardest part for me because you have to hit the circle button.
Mash that damn button.
Now, as a kid, we're the kid of the 80s where we had like the track and field and the mat and all that and shit. So it's a pain in the ass on the PlayStation because it's either A, you do this, or B, you use your thumbs like this, like a dummy, like I was initially.
Oh, and D can tell you this. Revolver Ocelot's full of crap. He's full of crap.
How?
Don't use auto fire.
Don't use
I'll
auto
know
fire,
if you're
or
doing
I
it.
will know.
Doesn't know.
Look at D. On hard too. Yeah, okay. I
Okay,
believe.
okay, Gramps.
He's like, okay,
Hey,
Gramps.
yo, Lee. Hey, yo, Lee. Nah, nigga.
So
now, Eris, I got a question, man. Okay, you remember when I know it happens a little bit later in the game, but what was Liquid talking about when he said they got all the information they got out of you when you in the interrogation room? What were they talk? What was he referencing? Yeah,
that's my thing because I'm like Snake didn't
yeah.
talk.
What like Snake didn't talk
hold on.
in there.
That part where
Did
he
they?
says, hold on, when he said, I know what he was referring to. He's referring to the MO disc.
Oh, the disc that Ocelot took, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
When he said, I'll be taking back that disc, I said, oh. So then when Liquid says, you know, he got, like, we pretty much got everything we needed from Ocelot in the torture room. And I'm like, oh, he's referring to the disc. You're muted, D.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of confused with that because he actually, because it was just kind of weird. Like I thought that's what he was talking about, but I wasn't really sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and
because it was supposed to be. Remember, it wasn't just the MO. It wasn't just the MO disc, but it was also the disc of everything associated with the current exercise at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, go ahead.
I like how Sniper Wolf basically already said it. Like, yeah, you're gonna be out this, and I'm gonna actually fight you later. So catch you later, handsome.
Peace.
I'm like, it's like this. What if they kill me in here?
Like, well,
there's too many ifs in this situation.
Did you guys like the silliness of Twin Snakes in the torture room scene where Ocelot tries to pull out his revolver and drops it like the shit was a blooper or something? Like he literally pulls it out.
I ain't see that.
He pulls it out. He pulls it out and he tries to point it at Snake, but when he pulls it out, he drops it and he picks it back up because remember he's only got one hand to work with now, so. He pulls it out.
Who was the asshole that designed the game and did that?
He pulls it out, drops it, and goes, "We're going to play a game, Solid Snake." Wait, let me see if I can. Hold on.
Could do it.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Nah, but like the thing of it is like that whole thing. Ocelot ends up saving Snake. He gives him a ketchup bottle to fake his
Otacon.
Otacon.
There are two ways of doing it. There is the fake kill yourself. There's one where you stay in the torture room, I think 2 more times, and the ninja saves you.
Yeah.
And I think there's only 2. I feel like there's one more.
The other, hold on. You mentioned the other 2 ways. Oh, by the way, I threw it in the group chat. I found it. There's 2. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 ways of doing it. One, the other way you could use the codec to unlock it, but that was Metal Gear Solid
something
3.
Else.
That
was 3. Yeah.
I don't know, but
one way. No. I remember. So, okay. The first way was you sit and ride it out. The second way was Otacon. Otacon would help you, or the ketchup. The other way was Gray Fox would actually open the door.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing of it is, like, at that point, that's when you get this shit here because, oh boy, this was the interesting part. So Snake eventually ends up like escaping because he uses the ketchup bottle, escapes, which is kind of interesting in and of itself how that happens.
I don't know how ketchup would work, but yeah, let's just
you basically lay down in the pool of spilled ketchup to make it look like you died. And by the way, you had a roommate because you see the decomposing body of the actual DARPA chief in the room with you.
I mean, it was like this doesn't make any sense. Like his blood was drained. There's maggots all over him. This don't make no sense.
I mean, even for PS1 graphics, though, I will say the maggots on the body did look kind of like, damn,
Thank you
that
for
is
that.
fucked up.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that PS1 graphics. You did a good job here.
Now, here's the thing. So Snake gets the communication tower and he gets to the top.
Oh, before you get to the communication tower, Chris, play that clip.
Oh, shit. I didn't even have it.
Oh man, wait. You talk about the clip of
Ocelot. I want you to see this, D.
Let's see. Hold up. See, I gotta do this the old school way.
Because I legit want to know. Like, I'm with you. Who came up with this? And
I don't know.
look,
that
decided to leave this in the game.
It's genius, honestly.
It's funny. Like, to me, it's funny.
There it is. There it is.
The president said there's some kind of trick to using the key. Hell if I know.
Look at his chest.
You see, no problem then. We're going to play a game.
Making fun of a crippled man. That's not. I don't find nothing funny about this. I don't find nothing funny about what I just saw. I saw a man just drop his shit, man.
Did you see that moment of him realizing, oh shit, I dropped my revolver.
Well, Snake
and man make me look shorter than what I am. I like the fact that before you get to the top of the communication tower, Liquid decides to give you to send the whole genome army down them steps, and you just walk it up.
You're holding square and X as you're running up the stairs, and if you have, because you get enough bullets to actually make the whole thing. Because all you have to do is really hold square and X and just run up. You don't even stop. Just keep running.
Eventually, somebody's gonna drop bullets. So even then,
yeah. So you get this scene. So Snake has to fight a Hind D.
And he gets to the top of the communication towers, and
what I like to call this right here was like pure Die Hard
cinema.
Here come the missiles. I call bullshit a Snake making out of that unscathed too.
Yeah.
But you know, at this point in the game, who cares?
They played this in the commercial too, as we saw.
Yeah, the commercial for the remake for Twin Snakes.
Look at this shit.
Oh, come on!
I Returner.
No! Oh, come on! Come on!
Between Returner and that other movie from Japan, Versus. Returner and Versus.
How?
They took all their action cues from those two movies.
How? He flies back, has enough time to take out a grenade and throw it. Come on, bro.
Just to stop a support beam.
Well, that's the end of that shit.
Damn.
Yeah. A Hind D.
Mind you, gentlemen, this is the year 2005. It's a Hind D.
I'm afraid I can't let you get past here. Liquid, you're not going any farther. Die! It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got. What are you going to do?
Taking a Hind D with your bare hands.
You know what I found interesting about this is that you first escape this, like you escape this tower, right? Using the rope, but you still got the Hind D after you. You end up going back up the tower and fighting the Hind D, but this time you got a Stinger missile.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, it's yeah. So ridiculous.
Like I said, this
Come
right here,
on.
this is Die Hard.
They Die Hard, yeah. It's the Matrix.
No, I'm talking about the whole escaping the chopper with with the rope down a freaking tower. It's Die Hard.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways.
Go back. Go back to the end of the boss fight.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's in that same video.
What that joke where he's like, wait, the end of the
this-
boss fight?
Yeah, when he says, "Ask the father that you killed."
So it'd be right over.
God,
Yep.
they got the whole boss fight.
No, that's good. It's good.
Oh,
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Look at this.
The rogue missile. Come on. How many missiles has he flipped? Oh, did he kick it?
No,
Yeah.
he just flipped over it, pulls out the Stinger missile, shoots it.
Look at that shit.
Hold up. Watch him go down.
Come on, fly!
I gotta say, the durability of that damn hind dude.
Well, it is
Snake!
kaboom.
Liquid.
The line.
That takes care of the cremation.
Thank you.
That
I was gonna
means-
say, wait for him to say that.
That being also said,
I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
I can see their parachutes.
That's clearly what happened to Liquid, by the way.
Yeah.
thank God. Thank God. Because the thing that get me was, I like that fact that Liquid technically has survived at least 3 explosions in this game.
In fact, for anyone,
3 legit
like, in
times
fact, for
of true
anyone,
death.
in fact, for anyone here who's ever seen it, if anyone's ever seen it, the Metal Gear Solid motion comic book. Watch the Metal Gear Solid motion comic book. It shows Liquid ejectocito cuz out of the hind D and talking to Ocelot on codec while flying down on his
Ejectocito, though.
I'm
his
sorry.
parachute.
D just saw me celebrating. Dallas just intercepted Thomas Brady. So
You are ahead of me then. Jesus. Anyway. See,
Anyways.
look, Eris, I want you to check out the difference. Now, Chris, you see how you keep on doing this? I have at least the intelligence of having it in front of me.
I can't concentrate if it's in front of me.
That's your problem, nigga. You may tell me you never.
Nigga, you better put that shit on.
Eris, what, you never jerked off in church before? Don't act like you ain't.
Yes,
Like,
I
you
did,
better-
D. How do you read my mind? You
I'm
can
like,
read my mind?
I'm like, you better put that shit in
Here's
highlights
what you mean, I
mode.
ain't do this.
First off, D, I'm like, so you're a man of culture, I see.
So you have used.
I'm like, Chris, if you don't put that shit in highlights mode and keep it moving, get back to this damn podcast.
I'm concentrating. I'm
I'm
multitasking.
mad as hell
motherfucker.
because I knew no, Eris. Here's the worst part. I knew he was ahead of me because there was something I saw react to something. Yeah. I looked again. Oh, that's what he was. Anyway, but I still keep it focused though. Anyway,
But here's the thing.
that being
Now,
said,
here's the thing. Now,
Die
here's the
Hard
thing.
X Matrix, correct. Also,
Snake does this.
Also, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that very much.
Snake did this, right? He gets in the fight. Now, is this the part where we get the invisible bad guys?
I think we
Part
mentioned
one?
earlier, but,
Yeah, it was is when he takes the the elevator back down because the
Invisible
first
bad guys part.
time Snake tried to get on it, it wouldn't move.
Yeah.
But the second time when he gets on it, I remember he's talking to Otacon, and Otacon tells him, "Yeah, I came up on the elevator." Really? Like for some reason when I tried to get on, it didn't work. Huh? That's weird. So they circle back to that by having him get on, and when he gets on this time, Snake goes, "Otacon, when you got on the elevator to come up here, did the warning light go off?"
actually, it was the other way around. Actually, when you get on, you hear and Snake is like, "Huh?
Fuck?
Whatever." Door closes, go down. Glenn, hello. Hey, Snake, I got something to bring up, man. Yeah, did you get on the elevator and everything go off? Yeah. There's something else I want to bring up. I had 4 stealth suits in my office.
I was getting to that.
Oh, yeah. As Mad Chocolate said, Ryuichi Kitamura.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Yeah. Versus the weeb movie to watch if you're getting into Japanese film.
It was
He directed the cinematics for Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It was that on Volcano High for a lot of people.
Or Itchy the Killer.
Itchy the Killer. There was a whole lot of people. I didn't get. You know what? D is 15 as a critic and still have yet to see Itchy the Killer.
No,
that's my fault.
And if you're an old Taku, it was Beat Takeshi's brother.
Man,
oh my God.
Listen.
Or if you were D, Crying Freeman.
Oh, the Mark
I
Dacascos.
saw the live action one.
The Mark Dacascos one.
The shit one that D is gonna make you and Chris hop on me with. Yeah,
I'm a Mark Dacascos fan. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah.
But
Movie's terrible. We're doing this.
The Snake has to fight invisible enemies, and I'm like, oh, so how you do this? Oh, you have to put on the thermal glass.
The
thermal
line delivered in that scene. Too late, Snake. Now die.
Now the move that D wants everybody to realize. Hey, Snake, get the stealth suit. Why are you getting off the elevator, Snake? Get that.
Take
suit.
one of them. Take one of them.
One, Snake. Why are you still moving?
I'm pretty sure at this point everybody's stealth camouflage was probably ruined.
Well, let's be real. Okay, so there's two things about this game. If you give up on the torture thing, you get the stealth camouflage.
I think so, yeah.
If you don't submit to it and you finish out the game, you get the bandana, you get the infinite ammo bandana and stuff. So the thing that's interesting is that like you get to the end of the game, Otacon is like, oh, I got this thing for you, Snake. It's a symbol of our token of this mission, and it's the fucking stealth camouflage. I'm like,
here's
like,
Snake.
right.
And I'm like, wait. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me you managed to find a 5th stealth suit?
Thank you.
Hold on. That's right, Snake. All you had to do was let a young woman die.
Dead body curled up in the corner. Dead.
The Colonel's never going to forgive you.
I don't know him.
I don't know who the Colonel is, and be honest with you, Meryl was just a cute ass to me, so I don't have no attachment, my nigga.
Listen, hold on. First of all, Meryl was cute ass. You shot grown woman ass in the face with a sniper rifle.
And then as he said, if you have both, you get the tux, which the tux was actually pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. That was a little nifty little thing to do and stuff. So after that, that's when you have to fight Sniper Wolf Part 2.
Now, this is where I remember 3 Black Geeks. We had a very famous word to a lot of the Asian bullshit that we seen, and we still say it to this day. Melodrama.
Look,
let me tell you, this has been a connective tissue the whole game. See, if Sniper Wolf was too much for you, wait till Quiet shows up with her mystery bullshit. Wait till that shows. Now, see, I love how she needs to be almost naked.
I was fine. I was fine with Quiet. I think out of all the snipers in this game, Crying Wolf. We'll talk about that when we do Metal Gear 4.
Yeah, we'll talk about how that wasted piece of black excellence didn't do. You know what? By the way, all black people in the Metal Gear series just suck.
But guys,
almost all of them.
You take that back, sir. Drebin was the shit.
Drebin was the shit. Drebin was the shit. I forgot about
guys.
Drebin,
we have to talk about I talked about the death scene, but this shit is just melodramatic like a motherfucker.
The death of Sniper Wolf. I
was a cur.
Look at her lung shot.
Hey, at least she had
got a whole hollow point stuck in the neck.
Listen, D, at least she had enough sense to go and get a damn coat this time.
I'm just saying,
she's got a coat this time.
Waiting is my job.
Because if you let her, she would have been biddies out, nigga. Biddies out.
She would have been pre-weight loss Rick Ross out here.
I am Longshot. You cannot save me.
You know what? I got a question. I know you're Kurdish, and the Kurds are actually blonde and all that, and they're basically white
Just
Middle
finish me
Easterns.
quick.
I understand that, but it's funny that they just brought it up and never really
am a
made it a
Kurd.
part of your heritage. And like, you know, whatever. I
Always
stop talking.
dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
Kurd.
Kurd.
So that's why you're called Wolf.
Now, some real shit, y'all.
I
This
was born on the
this
battlefield,
military poetry that
raised
comes
on
out
the
of Snake
battlefield.
right here
Bonfires,
is some
sirens,
real
and
gangster
screams.
shit, and I love it.
They were my lullabies.
They're my lullabies.
Hunted like dogs, day after day, driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and
I
find
love
a
the
few
I love
more
the
of
the
my family
PS1
or friends
snow.
dead beside me. I stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery.
Yeah, they
Blame
do
Russia.
this.
But
Blame Russia on that one, baby. All right, blame
appeared.
Russia.
They do
Saladin.
this.
Saladin appeared.
So the thing is, they do this in a lot of Metal Gear games.
Nah, hold on, real quick. The part you cut out was Snake going like, "Yeah, you're a wolf. Wolves like you don't travel by themselves."
Oh,
And like you hear the whole time people are like, "You are a proud wolf." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right, Snake. Tell her how you feel." That's right, Snake. Say like, "Yeah." The whole time, real talk, like, "You the bitch. I killed a real nigga right here, and I'm looking at her right here. See, you a wolf." And she's like, "Oh my god, this is that's amazing."
so at this point,
Here comes your boy. Here comes your boy, Snake. Why?
why must
We
people
were
die on the
in
battlefield? It's like
We
this
were in
kid-
love.
You know what? You know what? This is the equivalent.
Can love bloom on the battlefield?
You know what this was? Sniper Wolf was the OnlyFans girl, and Otakon was the OnlyFans simp. She loved me. No, she didn't. What are you talking
No,
about?
she didn't. Y'all talk how many times, though? I fed her dogs. Everybody feeds the dogs, nigga.
Ah, he was a moderator.
Wow. Wow. Eris, here's a fruit snack. Take it. Wow, I wasn't ready for that one. You call my nigga a moderator.
He was a moderator.
You call
for-
my nigga a moderator. The disrespect, son. The disrespect, yeah. I
I'm
hate
just
that
saying-
shit.
No, that's
just-
my response. That is my response when you say
He really was.
Come on, I fed her dogs. So you were a moderator. Like you're a moderator for a Twitch thought.
Because here's what it is. Because the thing about it is, it's like, and here's my thing. From a certain perspective, I get Otakon's mentality because again, he's not a battlefield person, and the thing of it is for him, clearly we see from Metal Gear Solid 4, he has no interaction with women whatsoever. He is de facto. I don't get bitches whatsoever. So, nigga, touch grass. Anyways.
I built a bipedal walking death machine. You go touch grass.
Also, here's Otacon. Real talk. What you just said right there, here's Otacon. I was molested by my stepmother for about 3 years. Fuck off.
I had an affair with my own stepmother.
I don't care. They say affair.
Hold on.
She molested. She
No.
groomed
I had
him.
an affair with my own stepmother, which led to my father's suicide when he found out.
Real
God,
talk,
that
and
was
this is just D, and we will cross the bridge of Huey Emmerich when we effing get there. Fuck his daddy.
Oh
No,
God.
and I mean, a lot of characters in this game deserve the FU. No, of all of them, if you could reserve it for one, Huey Emmerich.
His
Fuck
dad,
all of him.
funniest scene
I hate
ever.
him.
Funniest
I
scene
hate
ever.
him.
Again, Metal Gear Solid 5 touchdown. They threw his ass on that fucking inflatable raft. And he's like, I can't take my legs. I got fucking just the legs.
He had to yeet the legs off the.
I can't wait, nigga.
I'm mad, because Miller really said, "Hey, get your ass in that inflatable tube and get the fuck out."
The man got exiled.
He really found out,
Oh,
like, yo, I
God.
gotta ditch these legs. Now,
He's a Shadow. Shadow Moses is more like touch snow.
no,
Oh,
no.
yes, he
did.
was. I was about to say that. I was about to put that up too.
No.
By the way, Trey. Yes, I got a lot to say about that walking useless.
Let me tell you something.
That big useless mark of black excellence. We could
But
talk.
here's the thing.
Anyway.
Here's the thing. Me and Eris can tell you face up. Every year Otakon, a lot of nice little fortune cosplays. Tell you
Every
that
now and
fucking
then.
much.
Every now and then they come in there with that cat suit and that blonde hair that they got. Look, they come in there with that cat suit and that blonde hair they got from the internet.
Or the spray on blonde hair.
That spray on blonde hair is all good. Now
look, and D has to say this every year with a gun. That's a terrible gun. That's a terrible
cardboard.
Look, real
It's
talk.
like a mix of cardboard and PVC.
Real talk, y'all. I understand that it takes time. Look, don't look. If it looks like a box, don't bring it. If it looks like a whole cardboard box, look, sis, we love you. Don't bring it.
But hang on. But hang on, y'all. See, at this point in the game, we are now officially at the end of disc 1.
And
with
I like
the greatest exchange, the verbal exchange ever delivered. Chris, can you pull that clip back up? Does it have the scene of what am I fighting for? What are you fighting for? Does it have that clip in there?
I don't think it does.
I think it does. Go to the
very end.
I think it really do because that is it takes her about 7 minutes to die. God, I hate saying it like that. I don't know who had the longest death in Metal Gear. Oh yeah, Big Boss. I forgot about that.
Come on now, you already know. You know.
Now we'll cross that fucking long Chesapeake Bay Bridge when we get there.
I found it, Chris. I got
you. I got it.
There we go. Found it. This gangster moment, though. Look at Snake with the turnaround, though.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
That turnaround, nigga.
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
I'll be searching too.
Okay.
Real talk. Hideo Kojima, when he said that, if Hideo was right there as Otacon, here's him. Wow, that gave me an erection. Okay, that just gave me an erection
right there.
That's how manly that was.
And then right there, you get the key card. You walk through the door, and as soon as it shuts off, it's like change disc. As soon as you change the disc, I'm like, bro, at this point, everything ramps up to 10.
Real quick story from D. Hey D, what happened when you had it on your PS2? I was fucked. Because when you did that on a PS2, that was it. There was a way of getting around it, but I forgot the way it was getting around that shit. But when it said switch disc and you had a PS2,
yeah, you can open up disc tray. You couldn't open up your disc tray?
No. Don't you remember what happens when you hit the eject button to open
remember
the disc
the old,
tray? It resets.
Not the flap open one, the old brick one, the first one. You know, the ones that had all the one that had all the disc read error ones. Those.
Yeah, I had the brick one. Yeah.
Still hit the eject button to switch disc. It resets the game.
It resets the game.
So you have to literally stay.
You have to save.
There is a way of getting around that though. I forgot how you do it though. I forgot how it was, man. I don't remember. It was.
But this is where so the second half of this is literally all right. Let's talk about the fucking key cards real quick. So you have to heat the key card, and you also have to freeze the key card to get to access. Because basically, what happens is Liquid tricks Snake into unlocking Metal Gear Rex. Essentially,
hold on. Before you get to that, this is when we get Snake versus Raven Part 2.
Oh, I know. I was just talking about the key cards real quick before we go to that, just to kind of touch on that, just because
it was a big deal if they didn't know how to go through it, and Ocelot and Otacon was like, "That's the whole trick. It is the key. You have to keep it at normal temperature, have it at hot, and have it at cold. That way you can start it up."
A key card made out of shape memory alloy.
That is
some future shit.
That is some shit that has to exist now. That has to exist, and that has to be a fail-safe for somebody. That sounds like a good fail-safe. You are letting loose pretty much the destruction of the world, which is Metal Gear. It better have 3 fail-safes before going off, yeah.
You need 3 ways of turning it on or off or straight up destroy it.
I heard it, like, that's what it was. I heard somebody say you need at least 4 ways of turning it on. I mean, you need 4 different ways to bypass it to turn it on, and you need a quick way to turn it right the fuck off. You know?
And the thing of it is, so
Bruh, if this ain't some truth,
nigga,
this is the truth. Metal Gear Solid 1 Part 2. Liquid locks his keys in the car and tricks Snake into opening
he
it.
really did. It's like, yo, yeah.
Snake, turn your monitor off real quick. Hey, do me a favor real quick, man. I need you to go downstairs real quick. Heat that shit up. By the way,
Back up, D. Back up.
No. I need you to go downstairs. By the way, what's up with Naomi, my nigga?
Dude, dry stitched on Naomi.
No, hold
I
on.
love
Now,
it
as
because
Snake would
waiting
go,
on it.
as Snake would go, like, what do you mean?
Come on, man. The whole thing with J. Edgar Hoover. She's Japanese, but actually she's Indian, but the bitch was in Rhodesia. Come on, bro.
I gotta be honest with you. I was.
Nigga, we was out there in Zanzibar land, bro.
Listen,
You and I was out there. Who was out there?
Master.
Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
Listen, I gotta be honest with you. I wasn't paying full attention. I had bullets flying at me, and I had to shoot back. I had to kill somebody. I mean, come on. I was kind of in and out.
Hey, Snake, I never told you this, but when I was in Cambodia one time, I had to kill a whole village. So shut the fuck up. The point is this,
You were
bro.
never in Cambodia.
Yes,
What are
I
you talking
was in
about?
Cambodia. You don't know what your dad made me do.
Actually, I do.
It wasn't your dad. Man, check that bitch's shit out, man. I'll talk to you later, nigga.
I'm sorry. Are you crying?
No, talk to Campbell. Talk to Campbell about the situation. Because you know, that's a father figure to you. I didn't have a father figure for me.
I killed my father.
Yeah, you killed my father. You got to do it. You got I mean, Snake, make sure that
No, here's my thing.
No,
boy.
I want to. Ooh. You want to talk about damn near getting caught? Snake,
Boy.
turn your monitor off. It's about Naomi. What about Naomi? All right, I guess Campbell can listen.
I
in on
loved
it.
it. I loved it where they was talking. He's like, yeah, we better get Campbell. Hey, yo, Campbell, you hear this shit? And Campbell's like, yeah, we already arrested her ass.
My thing dry. This is how fucked up Liquid is. It's like, let me dry snitch on Naomi so I can keep the scent off myself.
Now,
You know
remember
for
when
a
she
fact-
said
hold on,
she
you
was
know for a
sending
fact that the
messages to that base, right?
You know for a fact that when Liquid was doing what he was doing, you know behind him was your boy Dollar Bill. Good. You was good. You was thinking on your feet.
I love this. I love the initiative.
I like the fact they were getting messages coming from that was going to the base, which means to me, Liquid was like, "Hey yo, I say we're in Naomi, so when that Fox side going to kick in?"
But then
I think real talk. I think Ocelot was behind that. I think Ocelot was behind the whole thing, yada yada yada. Of course he was, but
You think he was behind Fox Die?
I think he knew about it way more. Of course, he knew about it way more than Liquid. But a part of me he knew exactly what was going on. I think probably out of 1 or 2 deaths outside of like the DARPA chief dying or something else happened, he knew exactly what was going to happen.
But ladies and gentlemen, we have to get to, as Sue pointed out, the Vulcan.
Wait, what?
Porn star ethnicity. Yeah. It's the
Also-
Oscar Isaacs.
I like the fact here's the thing. I used to always thought, because that's just the kind of kid I was. I always thought she was black, but she was like some type of yellow. But then I also thought, well, she might just be all the way British. You know what I mean? She might just be a white girl in the middle of Africa, but to be starving on the street. But then you hear the story about how Frank Yeager killed both of her parents, meaning that her parents were taking care of her, and that the whole thing about her dying in the street was bullshit. You know what I mean? So there's so much. She's the fucking Joker. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
she was
And I don't
dirt-
think we were ever meant to actually know everything about her. I think after this game was done, she was dead.
Bro,
I truly believe
here's
that.
the thing.
It's just when they made 4,
No,
bring it back in.
hold
Yeah,
on, D.
bring it in.
D. Now, hang on. This too.
He really
No
is.
bullshit. That's
Now,
a
here's-
motherfucker. That's a motherfucker that gets everybody kicked off the ship, and he's the monster.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the Vulcan Raven fight in its illicit glory.
Ah, yes. The good PS1 graphics. Thank you, Christopher. I like how that nigga was just sitting there.
Welcome,
He was just
Cossack. This is the end of the road for you.
Whoa.
Right,
That's
my
our word. You
friends?
can't use that.
Listen,
That's
they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed.
Which is actually very
Sometimes
true.
they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
Fuck you.
But that was no true battle.
Controller shakes.
The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Boy, this
That was
doesn't
dope.
come back.
That was dope.
I like how this power does not come back to help him at all.
I can't move. The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many
just love
ancestors, you and I.
They had to make him Japanese. I love it.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary.
God bless them TS1
You live in
graphics.
Alaska too.
Live in Alaska.
You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics.
This is so random.
I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Man,
Yes,
fuck
you
you.
are right.
But I am.
But there is
But I
another
am.
event
But I
that
am the shit in that now.
It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the
Stop
spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake. Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Alright.
Oh my god, man. You know, I actually really did love this fight as a kid, man. I really did, man.
PS1 blood.
My body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens.
Now, true
flesh,
talk.
blood of my
Ravens
blood.
I will return to Mother Earth who bore me.
Mother Earth.
Flesh of my flesh.
Snake!
Blood of my blood.
I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss.
Symbolism.
You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know.
But you fought.
Go and do battle with him.
This.
I will be
This.
watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
Black man dying.
Wait
Wait for it.
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound.
Took down the fucking Foxhound member without even knowing.
He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself.
But why?
But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death?
If you're on Twitch, I'd be like, clip that.
But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You
No
must solve
bullshit,
the
yo.
rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it.
All right, I ain't sticking around for this.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end.
Them crows is lighting his ass up. Man, ravens.
Yes, one blood. Dylan.
Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
How are you still talking while getting eaten?
Dog, there was nothing there when he turned around. Snake was like, there was a body over here a second ago. What happened?
Yeah, how come the birds didn't eat the guns?
Thank you. No, they ain't eat the gun. They ain't eat the big ass machine gun. No, they ain't.
They're not gonna eat old painless Chris.
Nah, they ain't gonna do all that. But here's a fun thing. A fun fact: ravens and crows. Oh yeah, you dying. Hey yo, y'all trying to eat some? Y'all trying to eat fox today? Nah, man. We had dog the other day. Yeah, man. I ain't like that shit.
I tell you,
hey, yo, look, there's a dying rat. Let's jump that nigga.
No, D. I tell you, but I tell you what, I am in the mood for something giant and shaman.
Nigga, I've been waiting for this motherfucker to die. I've been waiting for this nigga to die. Ooh, look at it. He light his ass up. Woo!
I like how, like, when you go back.
Ooh, he dead tonight, nigga.
When you have to go back to freeze the key card, you just see the Gatling gun in a pool of blood where Vulcan Raven's body was the whole time. Like, huh? So
oh my gosh, yeah.
Vulcan Raven died in The Beautiful People.
Yeah.
Boy,
oh man. So this is where we get to our kind of like the penultimate, the finale of everything. So Snake at this point, he's basically did Odacon's job and he's activated Metal Gear Rex.
Hold on. First of all, if you watch the Twin Snakes version, you know when he finally gets inside, he gets inside of the hangar where Metal Gear is housed. Mm-hmm. He finds his way up the stairs and he gets to the control room, or at least the radio room, right? He sees Ocelot and Liquid inside. And instead of just sneakingly go around the doorway, this guy does an entire cartwheel over the door just to get to the other side. It's super unnecessary when you watch it, but he does that. And he listens in on everything that's being exchanged. And at this particular part of the of this conversation, this is when we get the Sergei Galukovich name drop. Mm-hmm. We get, where do we want to drop the first nuke? Do we want to aim for Lopnor, China? Do we want to aim for Russia? Do we want to aim for this place or that?
It does kind of build the kind of world that's around there. And then, like you said, they mentioned not only Galukovich, but the whole fact that he has soldiers. And also, real talk, thank you, Liquid. You kind of killed it for him when I saw him. He's not no leader. He's a politician. It is like, when you really look at it in the second one, this nigga just wanted glory. He's a politician. Fuck out of here, bro. You ain't a military commander, bro. Your daughter's thorough.
What I liked too was when he said aim for Lopnor, China. Like, why? Because it's a nuclear test site. This man Liquid over here playing 6D chess. Okay?
Hey, look, all we gotta do is piss off the Chinese. We already pissed off Americans. Nigga.
They'll think it's an unprovoked attack.
There you go.
Because at first Ocelot was like, wait, why even use that side? Like, why not just use that side of Russia? There's nothing there.
Nah, I got a plan, bruh. And I like how it really got you really read his plan when you said we'll call it Outer Heaven.
Yeah. From here
King
on
Boss's
out, call this
dream.
place Outer Heaven.
The names of
now the whole time.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yes. Snake, when he did that flip over the doorway, that was a Troa Barton flip.
Now, I'm gonna tell you now, y'all. Ocelot, this whole game with Liquid has been doing this the entire time.
Two-handed.
Yes, I gotta say, you
sir,
are smart,
sir,
Now,
you're doing it wrong. He's doing this.
Shut up. Look. Here's the thing.
Sir, you have to do this correctly. He has one hand, sir.
You know it's usually
He's not
that.
wrong.
It's usually
He's
B.
wrong.
It's usually D. That bitch is the handicap of a person like that. It's always funny when Chris does it.
Just saying, my man has
real
nubs.
talk. Ocelot has been gaslighting Liquid for the better part of 30 years. So he's been the whole time he's just slicing this dude's hands up and all the rest of that shit. Yeah. Anyway,
he is giving Liquid a foot job while spinning his gun.
Chris, it's the slamming. Foot job, though. There's another touchdown.
I wasn't ready for that reaction.
I was. That's getting clipped, motherfucker. Making a clip out of them shits. That was a good clack out of the motherfucking headphones too. Shit.
I was like, got one hand and
spinning his gun.
This is a trick I learned from a girl.
I learned this one from Big Mama.
All right. So anyway.
Nah, but the Metal Gear fight, I will say this.
Hold up. Eris and me do our favorite part.
Yes.
Gets up there, puts in all the key cards. Wait a minute.
Went through all that bullshit.
Wait a minute. I activated it. This can't be. He get up. I like it. This can't be. Oi, oi. I love it.
No.
All this.
Wait, Deke. Go for solid.
1-800 call for a solid.
I just love it. You just saw your boy there. Just big balling. Thank you, Snake. There's nothing that's going to stop Metal Gear now.
I think you should that is you know what?
Sorry to get you mixed up in that shape memory alloy business. You proved useful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one that doesn't know.
Wait. You mean you've had this plan from the beginning just to get me to put in the detonation code?
What? You didn't think you got all the way over here by yourself, did you? Yo, think about it. When they dropped your ass in the middle of nowhere, and you was like, "I'm reading a minute, let me stop the whole thing," and you got betrayed, and you still here. They call me the weak one. Oh shit. Oh man. I tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am.
Where are you?
Very
close.
Very close. Shut the fuck up, Campbell. Close by.
Like Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. But the communication signal was coming from inside the base, according to Mei Ling. I couldn't tell because my codec link with Master was cut off.
So you've been talking to
who is it? Snake, who is it?
Me, dear brother. Can you see how I look?
No. Liquid. How the
You served your purpose. You may die now.
Ah, there we go.
Oh god.
Just FYID, you do realize that you could probably go as the Black Master Miller at a convention easily.
I feel confident to do Snake now, actually, to be honest with you.
Negro Snake.
Nigga Snake. It
really
was one.
This was a wrestling promo.
Let me tell you something. Liquid would be the best heel in WWE easily with his fucking shenanigans. Holy crap.
Oh god, yeah. So now, real talk. You get out that whole little thing. Next thing you know, you see Metal Gear rise up. I like it.
Before that,
I love it because right when you walk outside, Liquid already chest out, just in jeans. Hey, Snake, do you like my hold on, the brick hand ears? Do you like my sunglasses?
you point a weapon at your own brother. Why did you discover yourself as master? Like, why did you disguise yourself as master? So that I can manipulate you more easily. And you perform quite well, I must say.
And then Liquid gives out the best line in the whole game for D. Yeah.
Before that, no. D, the best
It
part.
all was on that level.
No. The best part. If you guys watch the Twin Snakes version of that little exchange, why, for the love
Don't
of God,
tell me this nigga does like a full on pop in there, Joe.
No. He's doing cartwheels mid conversation, front flips on the rail, several hundred feet above ground, just casually front flipping on rails while having the conversation about Naomi, the spy, their spy in the Pentagon, all that shit.
Evil is what I do. Anyway, like I said, the
boss fight itself with the Metal Gear is interesting because like you could do it straight up or throw a couple shaft grenades up in the air and just
hey, that's all you have. That's the only thing you can do.
Throw the shaft. Yeah, there's so many ways of fighting Rex. You can, like you said, throw shaft grenades. That'll disorient it, and you can take out the ray dome.
Yeah, it cuts straight to the Liquid thing where he opens it
which
up.
Which I love it.
When you destroy the ray,
I love that because Ocelot tells you how to do. Not Ocelot. Otacon tells you how to do it. He said, "No, you gotta shoot that big old ray dome and blow it up. That will activate the whole thing to open up. He has to do it manually. He can't see anything." He said, "So you will build something with a way to destroy it
with an inherent weakness? I wouldn't call it a weakness. I call it a character flaw."
All good writers, all good directors, all good inventors. That's what they do. It's not so much that it's indestructible. Like, yeah, it's indestructible. You take out that thing can't move. That's a weakness. That ain't a weakness.
It's like taking out.
It's not technically a weakness.
It's like taking out the third. It's like taking out the third brick from the lower half of a wall, and the whole thing collapses.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. It's like it's there. It's one of those things. All you gotta do is cut that off and cut that off. That way it can still walk, but it can't shoot off no guns. So you know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? I actually kind of like that. And this is the first time I didn't mention this earlier, but I will mention this now. The acting in this game is fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The acting in this game is the best you'll get in the whole series. It is fantastic, y'all. All the codecs and all the rest of that, there's real acting. Jennifer Hale, David Hayter, Paul Edding, Cam Clark, all the rest of them. Everybody in this cast actually do their damn job to a T. Even the background characters, y'all. Everybody does it. I fucking love it. So I had to say that out there because that was just something I had to mention. But anyway, yeah. But yeah. So
I mean, the whole fight. It's like after that. That's when we get Snake and Liquid 1-on-1.
No, before that.
No.
You get the best moment.
Gray Fox.
You get the best moment. The best moment, which by the way was extremely exaggerated in the Twin Snakes version.
Nigga, Eric, you showed me that thing. That was a 20-minute video, nigga.
It was.
For no reason.
This cut scene was like 20 minutes longer. Just cause. First of all, Gray Fox shows up, and I gotta give it his points. You made Gray Fox way more badass than he needed to be. Come on. This man is backflipping, dodging bullets, Matrix dodging bullets with bullet time, and better yet, throws his sword at the radome.
Yeah. It makes more sense that he throws a sword at it than in the PS1 version where he just shoots it a billion times.
This man was deflecting Rex's machine gun bullets with the sword and then threw it at the radome. But even though he did, when he finally confesses to Snake that, yeah, I was the one that killed Naomi's parents, please tell her that I was the one that did it, tell her to forget about me, blah, blah, blah. I have one last present. I'm going to stop it from moving. And he does in a way, but he gets
his arm chopped off for it.
Bro, when that, first of all, the laser, when that laser came out and cut his arm off, yeah, you were pretty much out the game. Yeah. However, once he gets slammed by Rex's nose into the wall, he does tell Snake, listen, fire the stinger.
If you got
do it.
I know the PS1 version is this. I can't do it.
Same thing in Twin Snakes. He'll say it's no good. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Just can't do it. No.
Now, the line I thought was interesting was, in the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes. We hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers. Yes, D.
Liquid, why are you giving out Google facts right now?
Why?
Why, nigga? I just only, you know what? Look,
but
there are lines where you can tell where it's like, God damn it, Japanese people.
But hold on,
people don't talk.
But hold on, but Gray Fox's return line, which was just as significant, shoots out what remains of the radome and says, "A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal." Fam, I don't know why. Did anybody else have that scene from Tom and Jerry where Tom reads the book that says a cornered mouse won't fight back? Tom leaps into that corner, gets his ass whooped.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
It says, "Don't you believe it?"
I like how this nigga got mad, then drops the remainder of that chin on that nigga, drags him off that joke.
Oh no, that was a straight up foot. That was a foot drag.
No. When he was still,
he
dropped that nigga down. Him off. He yanked that whole foot up and.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, it's like
he was a Firefly guy.
Yes.
See what you did there, nigga. I like that one. So,
I mean, but he's right though. Liquid does talk that talk though.
He practices what he'll say in the mirror the day prior.
There was right after that scene where you're still fighting the remainder of the rest of the fight, right? There's a Kodak call between you and the Colonel. We're taking the Colonel, and Colonel was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. He died, bro," and all the rest. You know what I'm saying? Colonel's like telling him, and Snake is like, "Nah, bro. The way he lived his life, nah. There ain't no honor in dying, bro. I can't die out here." And I love the way Snake's like, "I'm gonna live." And when he said, "I'm gonna live," here's me as a video game player. We got this nigga, bro.
Like Snake was like, "I am about to whoop his ass."
Go.
Nah, dog. I can't die out here. Fuck this shit.
It's like, yo, on mothers, you eating these stingers.
Fuck the fail shit.
Lord. So how did it end, D? Ah! Snake goes flying back. Boom. Busts his head on the wall.
Be honest. Death.
For both
that moment right there for Snake.
All I'm saying is,
you should have been dead.
All I'm saying
you
is,
should have died in that fire. You should have had a fully cracked skull and bled out. There's no way y'all live.
It's interesting that it's fitting that the final boss fight is literally like an 80s action movie where both of them are shirtless.
On top of something.
On top of something.
First of all, how do y'all like the fact that Rex is destroyed?
Put a pin in that. We'll be back in Metal Gear 4 for you, nigga.
For the most part, it's destroyed. It's curled up in the corner, just chilling like, "Hey, yo, I'm taking a smoke break. I'm done. I'm gonna have these two fight on top of my head, and that's gonna be that.
And I have to say this: the next time we see Metal Gear Rex,
it's gonna be in the greatest movie ever made.
Chris, it is truly top 10. The greatest moment you will ever have in a video game. You be like, man, this is Metal Gear Rex. We'll get to that.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that,
We'll get
bro.
to that.
After
the orgasm, we'll get to that.
Listen, the explosion to like knocks back Snake. This man barely, like, semi-conscious, sees a shadowy figure approaching him, and I'm like, no, you can't be serious. Liquid, how are you still?
He was okay.
I'm like, Liquid, how on God's earth are you still alive?
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
That is the reason for Liquid throughout this entire game.
Dog. So they're on top of the Metal Gear. Of course, Liquid is telling him all about him,
Sleeping late
Snake,
as
and their
usual.
past.
Like sleeping late as usual, Snake.
Yeah.
It's like, Liquid, how the hell? I won't die as long as you still live.
Yes, I get it. Yes, I get it. You have villain. You have plot armor.
No, best line. Too bad. Looks like your revolution was a failure. Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear does not mean that I'm done fighting.
And those words are actually incredibly true. No, seriously. Even when he has a heart attack at the end of this, those words ring, God damn it.
They do.
I mean, let's be real. Liquid has been like this since, funny enough, since Metal Gear Solid 5, when he was like this little kid that was really like, about being the rage against the machine, as we say.
My man wore a shirtless jacket wore a sleeveless jacket that said "Never be game over."
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like he's been resilient. Like I just like how this fight is, where you just Liquid gets kicked off something high. Snake.
I like how he sets up the rules. He set up the rules for this fight, which is at this height, the fall would kill even you.
Bullshit.
So this is where
Meryl, by the way, and this is strong, positive female in the game, is knocked the fuck out, waiting for a hero to save her.
Yeah, so Snake wins. And
thank you for saying, like, yeah, Snake wins.
Yeah, Snake wins.
But when you say that, this Aussie, Snake.
So he unties her and stuff. Now, if you have the bad ending, she's dead, and Otakon just happens to pop up out of fucking nowhere.
By the way, hey, Hideo, for that, I winked because when her head tilted back when she died, and I felt the rumble in the controller. Thank you for that. Stuck in my brain. It might be trauma. Thank you for that.
So you save Meryl, and you have to escape now. D was playing this before we. Oh, go ahead.
Before you have to escape, this circles back to what I had said earlier in the bathroom scene. Meryl, what happened to that psychotherapy? You were ready to bone this guy on top of Metal Gear, which, by the way, would have been hot as shit. This would have been the hottest thing ever.
That would have been on some Batman bullshit. You know?
Damn it, D. I love the fact that you are drinking rations. Thank you. Anyway,
you didn't see this, Chris?
No, I knew you were writing something.
I didn't pay attention to it much.
Look, I waited a full 3 hours to test.
See, I didn't want to say nothing. I did not want to say nothing, D, because at first I thought, D, are you making the shape memory alloy out of the cups? Like,
I wanted to, but I didn't know what I was doing.
One was supposed to be freezing the key, and the other was supposed to be heating the key.
Boy, I'm gonna be mad as fuck if I get up and I find a yellow Solo cup in this house. Man. Because I got like a party pack full of Solo cups. If I see a yellow one in there, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be so mad.
But I really genuinely asking that question, like Meryl, what happened to that psychotherapy? Like, you are full on ready to give up. Like, you were full ready to give it up to Snake. And what does Snake say when suddenly we're turned into Resident Evil land, where we hear the self-destruct sequence has been activated because you gotta get the hell off of this damn base? What does Snake say?
Look at all those explosions.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
All those explosions going on.
Oh, that's because oh
What
God!
is?
Before the fight takes place, we get the greatest heel turn ever.
First
The out
off-
of nowhere. Hold on. Don't you guys love it when we've been established a set of characters from the beginning of the game, and then we get an RKO out of nowhere from this other character. Introducing the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
And Aris, I like how this set up, because the beginning of this, at this point, you're like the colonel who has been straight up, I want to say double crossing you, but been
playing dumb.
Playing dumb. He's been playing dumb the whole time. Finally, he gets to the point where, like, Snake, I fucked over plenty of times, man. But this time, nah, bro. Get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna make sure you be out of that junk, man. All of this plot was all this fucked up. What you doing to me? What's going on? I'm afraid.
Snake the Colonel. What happened? Colonel Campbell has been relieved of duties. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
This sounds like a douchebag from Iowa that made it all the way up the political ranks to be Secretary of Defense.
Like, you two are an embarrassment from the 1970s.
I like how he said all of this shit won't go no way. Like, he's like, this shit went that way. He said the DARPA chief was my friend.
Donald Anderson was my friend.
And I loved
that.
I loved how Snake woke up, was like, wow.
Really?
I was fucked over.
Wait, gentlemen. Wait, sirs. When he said Donald Anderson was my friend, I swear this had the energy of, I have at least 2 black friends.
That was one of the 4 Negro men that I knew. He was actually what I could talk to.
I swear that had that energy of, I have black friends. I have 2 black friends.
I'm not
now.
Racist, you are.
Now I'm only down to 1.
Do you know how hard it is for a white man that was born in the late 30s to find a black friend? That is very hard for us.
Solid Snake crawled through 15 miles of shit.
I love that. I love how he said, what about the disc? Maybe I can help you with that. What disc?
If you bring it back.
Like, what disc? No disc? Oh, well. Like I said, oh, well.
You know what it reminds me of?
Anyway.
No, you're saying this. You know what it reminds me of? The shit from fucking Mission Impossible 1 where Ethan was fucking with Jean Reno with the disc and it was all doing this. And, ooh, it's right behind your ear. And I'm like, is that what Revolver was doing? Like, hey, I have the disc here.
It was right here. Oh, it's behind your
ear.
Man of a sleight of hand like me can make sure.
Bro, imagine hearing that. Like, you're hearing all of that before you fight Liquid. After you fight Liquid, and then finding out whether or not you save Meryl. If Meryl's alive, you guys get out of there. You come to find out Snake, the Secretary of Defense, has been arrested. Now, if you want to know how the hell all of this happened, very easy. This all happened thanks to one Richard Ames, who at the time, if you can believe it, at the time was dating Natasha.
Yes, I know this as a plot point now. Thank you. Now I know this.
That was a thing.
This is some straight up read the novel BS, but it's pure canon. I love it.
He was dating Natasha, and oh my god, did he dangle the carrot of he dangled the carrot of, yo, this shit is gonna happen if you don't do this.
This is what happens when you fucking a bitch and she don't know that you got all the power in the relationship.
And which, by the way, after Shadow Moses, of course, they subsequently broke up.
Of course,
He disappeared out of her life.
Dick was very small.
I believe she went into hiding, and she wrote. Oh yeah, she wrote the book. She wrote the quote unquote unofficial story of what happened in Shadow Moses.
She ended up becoming like a celebrity and all the rest of it. It's funny.
She became a best-selling author, if you can believe it.
It's funny how the Patriots allowed that because that was propaganda for them.
And that was simply
so funny how the circle goes.
And that was simply because your boy, I believe Ames was originally not Ames, sorry. Like freaking Jim Houseman was supposed to be set up as the fall guy. It was really a coin toss between Richard Ames or Houseman.
Yeah. And the one thing I will say is the funny thing about all this is really, and you don't know this at this point, the president's involvement in this whole shit is the amazing part. And we will get into it more in the second game, but holy crap.
Get in that real quick. So the whole final fight, the whole final chase sequence, that was probably fun as hell because if up to this point you're just playing the game like a traditional third-person action, and then boom, you get the escape and you get in that Jeep. Infinite ammo with the Jeep ammo, and you're going nuts. Like it's fun. It's fun as hell. Then all of a sudden, Snake!
It's not over yet.
Liquid. Yo, CJ, do you know how amazingly over the top the Twin Snakes version of that chase is?
All I will say is this, folks. Look up the Twin Snakes chase. It is ridiculous.
Snake is dodging machine gun bullets this close.
My better question is this though. Me and my cousin made fun of this so many times. We was like this. Dog, imagine if you dudes at that checkpoint right there. Here he come, y'all. Here he come, y'all. He come. Ah, shit. There, he gets you. He gone, bro. He gone.
Yo, how awesome was it that Liquid is driving his Jeep with one hand, using the machine gun with the other hand? Not reloading, by the way. He's got some. Hold on. He doesn't have an infinite ammo bandana. He's got the infinite ammo tattoo. Okay?
Wow. Harris. Look. Much like my boy said in American Dad, this ain't the first time I fought naked. This ain't the first time he ran down somebody with a machine gun in one hand and hand on the wheel like this. This ain't the first time Liquid's done this shit.
I like how the chase ends. Both cars are flipped over. Meryl and Snake got a whole ass car on their ass. It's just on them.
I was telling them, man, they got a whole ass Jeep Wrangler on their fucking legs.
Here comes Liquid. Snake!
Man, comes around the corner. He's down to his last two bullets.
Fox! Die. And we find out.
Real quick, guys.
Twin Snakes version, by the way. Twin Snakes version of that, more crazy. See, they do manage to get both Snake and Meryl managed to get out from underneath the Jeep, and it comes and instead of Liquid just shouting Snake, Liquid actually shoots. He shoots like a good 5 pot shots at the ground at Solid Snake.
I think I remember that.
Solid Snake damn near pulls the Palmer from the thing. You gotta be fucking kidding.
I would too.
He comes around the corner like
Harris, imagine if you will, the evil version of you is coming at you.
Yo, Liquid is
the reverse negative of Harris is coming at you like you motherfucker.
Liquid is operating on Terminator rules. He just refuses to go down.
Dude is on Jason Voorhees strength at this point.
So hold on. So he comes around and same thing happens. Fox Die kills him. But hang on, he doesn't just hit the ground. He hits the ground, and again, because I won't die unless you will. He succumbed to Fox Die and still stood up, stared at Solid Snake in dead in the eye one last time and officially dies, drops dead and dies.
I think to be honest with you, we could probably say a
Badass.
different. You could probably say a different director wanted to do that or something. But it actually goes into something that you and I talked about the other day. It's like and there's been rumors about it, y'all, about them doing a remake of Metal Gear Solid. It might do them some good of giving this to another director. Not on some bullshit, on some game, not on some real bullshit. You still giving the Fox engine and give a different director of this shit, it will be a whole nother way of looking at Metal Gear Solid.
Konami though? I don't trust Konami.
No, I don't. You know I don't, Chris.
I'd rather
But here's the funny thing.
I'd rather get a remake of Twin Snakes and just.
But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, sometimes Konami just gives us pure bullshit, and then sometimes they give us just something so amazing. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think much like, and you're gonna hate me for saying this, Chris.
And then there's times when Konami will just come out with some weird shit, and you be like, "Konami, what is this? And why do 30 versions of this particular thing exist?"
Now, Chris. Honestly, much like EA Sports or EA in general, it's not good, but at least some of these designers are good.
Back to what you were saying. Naomi is telling Snake, "Hey, you still got X amount of time to live."
And you know what? It's so funny that I forgot
Here,
about all of that until the full game showed up.
Actually, the way it worked was this. See, very last second, Naomi changes Fox Die's program.
Changed the rule. Program.
Changed it. She changed this program.
Eris, she pulled your fucking IT shit. Hold on for 1 second. I'm just gonna log in on foxdie.com.
Foxdie.com.
No, foxdie.na, because North America.
I was gonna say something like NAME.
She's logging in and we just changed the protocol. So you're alive, Snake.
You know damn well that was on .net. You know it was on .net.
First of all, both of y'all are wrong.
She had 2-factor authentication on her phone.
Listen. 2-factor authenticator did not exist back then. You know damn well that shit was damn well that shit was just encrypted.
We're an alternate universe.
Not for civilians.
We're alternate universe. This is alternate universe.
Civilians, it may have been.
Alternate universe, 2-factor authentication. Way ahead of the curve.
Probably.
Also,
okay. All right. But
everywhere.
hang on. But listen. Check this out. So get this shit. She changes Fox Die's programming last minute, right? And Snake, being just as concerned as any other man would be, knowing that you're running around with this shit in your system.
Yep.
So tell me, Naomi, how long do I have? She just simply says, live your best life as much as you can.
Like, bitch, does that mean I'm gonna see the next Avengers movie? What the hell is
meaning that this shit is random. She had that shit. She programmed it to kill him at some random point in the future. Now, I want y'all to put a pin in this because we're going to circle back to this again in Metal Gear Solid 4.
And also, I want to bring up one thing on that one too. Here's Hideo Kojima. That's lovely.
I'm gonna fuck up this whole storyline.
D, you didn't do it right. You didn't do that right. You gotta do like the American Psycho. Great, fantastic. Let's see the Japanese version.
No. This is great, excellent. Let's tell my other writer to leave the room. You know that's exactly what went down, bro. You knew that's exactly what went down.
I will say this about the ending of the game after the credits. Beautiful song. I like how.
That being said, D's just gonna say this. Either ending with Otacon or Merle, I kind of believe that ending didn't happen that way. Like, yeah, they survived and this X, Y, Z and all the other happened, but it felt like, yeah, that's bullshit. That ain't the way. I don't know. It just felt kind of like, Nah, it wasn't that clean because you were connecting it to the next game and all that. And the way it ended it like this was going to be it. You know what I mean? You ended it for this type of game. You know what I mean? You didn't end it to have a sequel or anything else like that. Or did you? Because you know what happens right after this shit. But whatever.
Oh, I really believe they ended this game with the intention of making a sequel.
I knew they did the way they ended. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Because just think about how this. I mean, because think about it. You get to the end credits. Ocelot's the one talking.
Ocelot's talking to the president because you hear the yes. We did this. Da, 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 da.
Yes.
It looks
like this machine is like the weapon has been completely destroyed.
Yes. They didn't know that there was a third one.
Solidus.
Yeah, Solidus turns out to be the president.
And I'm just gonna preface it like this, y'all. He was right. Yeah, like if Solidus was president today, he would be right. Like, I mean, that's how right Solidus is. Like, holy crap. You killed the good guy actually in the next game.
When he tells him, basically when you found out, it was actually the inferior one that turned out to be the winner.
Yeah.
I'm like, so let me get this straight. So Liquid was the superior brother compared to the two.
He had to be. Let's be real. He had to be. Number one, Master Miller followed the fake big boss the whole time, and Otacon did it. I mean, Ocelot did it. So
number two, Ocelot again pulling his running through 90% of that game with the greatest Clark Kent disguise ever.
Yes, Russian that really, really loves spaghetti westerns.
Now
they never see it coming.
Now that's Metal Gear Solid. Now here's the funny thing: we talked about Twin Snakes multiple times, right? So you had Metal Gear Solid Integral, which was basically an expanded version of it. It had a very easy mode.
Yeah, it was Integral, and then there was VR missions. VR missions gave you like over 300 mission scenarios.
I sat down and watched half of that on
YouTube. I got about 100 and something. I end up quitting the game, man.
I watched half of that on the YouTube video. It is interesting how that VR missions makes you actually have to think.
It's a deep game.
It's like imagine Metal Gear.
It's a great puzzle game. It's like a great puzzle game.
Imagine Metal Gear put in the intelligence cube world.
Yeah. Put it this way. This sounds really weird, but if Konami was smart, they could have made that. You could make that an app.
They could have re-released this.
You could re-release this as an app or something. It is that good, yo. It's a really solid game, man. I actually really do love that shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was always funny that every game up until 3 always had like a sub game where it's like VR missions and bonus features and shit like that, man. I always laughed at how every game had that, man.
And here's the thing too. Metal Gear Solid got a PC version in the late 2000s. And I remember that because that was a big, because you gotta remember, like,
big thing too.
Because anytime you get a PC version of a console game, there is that layer of you can do mods and all this and stuff. And there was tons of mods from my understanding. Finally, it makes it.
Look at this nigga. Look at this thing.
No, but it was like it's this thing of like you can mod everything on it. Like Meryl had sneaking suits. It was all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's also one of those reasons why I always envy motherfuckers that live on the PC when it comes to these console games, man. They have a lot of customization. You know, I always do that, man. But
yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think the rollout for Metal Gear Solid, it was kind of crazy how much it kind of like it's so like I think like you had 12 million demos for the game from what I remember. The success of it was like it was blowing up. Like I think they said it sold like 1.6 million copies, which earned the equivalent of $51 million, which would be, if you count inflation, that's $86 million today.
It's insane how much that game just really it was bankroll, man. It was the biggest thing that happened at the time, and all the rest of that shit.
I want to know what the budget for this game was. That's what my thing.
You know what? I know it's in like I think it's like 10 million, like or something like that. So it's around like the 10 million, 20 million on spot. I think it's probably lower than that. Yeah, you know how it is, man.
Yeah, the game did sell just in the United States alone. It sold 1 million copies.
That's huge, and I mean nowadays,
which like you said, is like 50 million.
and like a game selling 1 million nowadays, that's like whatever.
It sold 1 million copies and it earned $51 million at that time. Convert that shit to like 86 million.
Yeah, that's what I say. 86 million. That's what, and the thing of it is, you sell 1 million now, that's like whatever. At this point,
when you combine both America and Europe, dude, this thing made at least $157 million worldwide.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 was like it was huge. Like it got a shit ton of fucking awards. It, like I said, and then for right reasons, because you gotta look at the time period. It was 98. Like that was like, yo, like what other game was really fucking doing this type of shit?
Hell, even Integral sold 1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked because it's like Integral. It's like, because think about it. When was the last time you got a console game that had like a DLC shit attached?
It's really hard by looking. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And Kojima himself said, listen, he said this back in 2014. Sales expectations for the first game was incredibly low. Like he had no idea that this game was going to blow up like he did.
How much do they think? How much do you think they were going to sell?
He didn't think. Not 1 million. That's for one thing. He was not expecting this game to. He was not expecting the game to sell 1 million copies. Like I'm pretty sure in Kojima's eyes, if he had sold at least half that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If he had sold maybe half of that, he probably would, consider that, a success. Even though the sales were low, this thing sold 1 million. 1 million in 1998.
And for the advertisement, this was a drop this was not a drop back then. It cost $8 million just for the advertisement alone of this game.
Hey, it made up
and
for it.
Pump that up. That's about $20 million they spent on advertisement. That is a lot of fucking money for this game that should not fail, and it did it. And it did it beyond that, and beyond that, and even bigger than that. It made Hideo Kojima. I hate using the term household name. You know what I mean? I really do hate using that term, but it kind of made him, a big thing when it comes to video games, John. That's what this whole game just really did.
I mean, that game slapped him on the map.
Man, him, David Hayter too, because David Hayter became a star.
I mean, even Yoji Shinakawa, as an artist, like he had probably one of the most unique styles for art direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because we talk about David Hayter doing the voice. It's crazy that this is a guy that did anime voices. This is a guy that was doing Guyver Dark Hero, and then as soon as he's done with Guyver Dark Hero, all right, Metal Gear. Just like that. That's crazy. And then on top of all that, this is the same dude that during this whole saga doing Metal Gear, he's writing for the X-Men movies. Well, the first three. I think the first two. Yeah, first two X-Men movies.
Yeah,
and we're still looking at the possibility of a Metal Gear Solid movie.
I don't know. You know what? Real quick, because I don't want to linger up
again.
I don't want to linger on this before we end this.
I will. If that's the case,
how do you do a Metal Gear movie in a way that you don't? Because the thing of it is, we as fans, and I'm pretty sure people that are watching this and listening to this can say, we enjoy the over-the-top nature of the Metal Gear game. This first game, with the series as a whole, we enjoy the over-the-top nature of it. Do you think there's a director that's going to probably try to subdue that wacky stuff, or do you feel they have to just embrace all the wacky?
They're either gonna have to embrace it, or they're gonna pull a freaking Stanley Kubrick and be like, "Yo, fuck,
man's Metal Gear."
No, they're just gonna pull a Stanley Kubrick and be like, "Fuck the video games. This is my version of of this story." I said, it can go in either direction. I believe that if they were to do Metal Gear Solid, the question is, which story do you do?
I say you do Metal Gear Solid because the thing of it is, like, that's a good starting off point, and you can kind of flash back to Metal Gear 1 and 2 with Snake and that history, or you just lip service the shit because that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Or if you really want to, I don't want to say MCU
3, 5, 1, 2, 4.
No. I don't want to say MCU or DCU, but if you really want to tell the actual story, like you're planning on making a series of movies because this is your freaking 10-year plan with this franchise, as far as the cinematic universe is concerned. You start with Metal Gear Solid 3.
I'm laughing because the punctuation to this shit is literally gonna be live action Metal Gear Revengeance as like the fucking epilogue and shit.
Yes.
Because you think about it, Revengeance is the epilogue to all the Metal Gear shit. It's like, all right, so let's just go nuts.
It's the last connecting story to the Metal Gear Solid line.
I say if you're gonna do it, do what you said the first time. Don't follow the story. But if you're gonna follow the story, I hate to be this person. You better not make that shit a movie.
Or
you better make it a series.
This is timely. Last of Us came out, episode 1. Episode 1 of Last of Us. I felt the directors, they were like, we got HBO budget now. One minor change that they did. Now, if you remember in Last of Us, when Joel and his daughter and his brother Tommy, they're running out. You remember they got in that car accident, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the show, it's a fucking plane crash that hits the ground and a piece of the plane hits their car. And I'm like, that's actually smart. They got an HBO budget. All right, cool.
And did you notice they almost got into that same car accident from the video game?
Almost, yeah, almost. It almost happened.
It's almost like a jump scare, like it just comes out of nowhere and almost crashes.
Either way, like I said, I think you're gonna have to shy away from what Hideo did a little just to make that shit work as a movie, but not really. I say go for a series. To be honest with you,
yeah. I mean, if you were to shy away from it, I would probably shy just a little bit. Like I would probably
skim. Gonna be a little bit.
No. I would skim. I would skim just enough off the top, because you can tell a coherent Metal Gear story without using all of the ridiculousness that Hideo put into the games, but at the same time, you don't have to alienate it from the fan base by making it too different.
I hate to be that person. You're gonna have to do it only in one regard, and I will tell you where exactly to do it. Take Meryl out.
What? Just don't have her in?
Take Meryl out. Take Meryl out, give an hour and a half to connect the tissue of where she's not fucking there, and you're fine. You don't lose a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So have it end with, so basically you want the Otacon Snake ending.
I don't want when you involve fucking Meryl like that, nigga. I'm not saying that she weighs down the story. It's just that if you take her out that game, and like I said again, just make connective tissue of her not being there, just replace her name or don't even mention her at all, nothing is lost out of the goddamn story. Yes, there's a bit of humanity shit that you kind of lose out of Snake, but you can gain all that right back with Otacon.
I think it's one of those.
Wait. I got to poke a hole in that plan, D, because there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that idea. You take out Meryl, Campbell has no reason to even be in the story.
That's true.
I hate to be that person. You're right. I mean, I hate that. That's a good. No, I hate to be that person. I hate that you made a point. That's a good point. So whatever. This is why they never made a series. This shit.
I feel that's why this go forever be in developmental hell because it's just
fine with it being in developmental hell, yeah.
Because it's just
really
until somebody.
There's so much story of it that it needs to be. It needs to be its own series. Just
saying it now. Tomokazu Fukushima. I don't know where you at, Tomo. We need you. Like, if they got you back and remade everything in Metal Gear, I'll be fine. I'm being real. I'm being 100% real. If they get you out that dungeon that the Yakuza done put you in, though, I will be grateful. Because here's the funny thing, and this is my last words, and we can wrap like real talk. If you gave this, like, the big thing that Hideo wanted since 3 was to give the direction to somebody else. But you know what stopped them? Death threats. Every single time, death threats stopped them. So it sounds horrible. I don't trust Konami either. But in a weird way, if they were revived the Metal Gear series and gave it to a different director, even Hideo would probably be like, oh my God, finally, somebody else is doing this. Thank you. as much as he loves Snake and everything he created, even he's got to be like, I wanted this years ago.
I'll say this though.
Else.
I'll say this though, since we're talking about Kojima, just to end this, give it about 3-4 years. Death Stranding, the movie.
That will happen.
No, Death
They got a
Strand-
second game.
wait.
I'm shocked they got a
No,
second game. If I'm gonna be real, like
no, Chris, CJ, I got you. Death Stranding, Netflix special.
That's gonna be on Netflix, Amazon Prime.
It'll be a Netflix series.
I would see that more so on Amazon Prime because Amazon Prime will at least give it a chance. And
You're right,
putting
it on Amazon. Basically a streaming series. It'll be
because they'll literally do like the Rings of Power. Everybody thought Rings of Power wasn't going to get second season, and Amazon was like, yes, here's the second season. What the hell are you talking
gonna
about?
be right there on HBO Max. Oh man, we had our first video game series.
Yeah. After Last of Us ends, they're definitely gonna be like, Death Stranding. Let's do that.
What do you mean he ain't there no more?
But anyways, folks, that is Metal Gear Solid 1. This is a hell of a way to kick off the year.
Yes, it is. I cannot promise you that the next episode will be Tropic Thunder, but if it's not Tropic Thunder, then guess what it's going to be? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go.
Ninja, rap. Ninja, rap. So yeah, there you go. So either y'all gonna get Tropic Thunder or you're gonna get Ninja Turtles too. That's what you one of the
Anyways, we will catch you guys.
Done, y'all. See you next time.
Snap!